What's up, guys? Welcome to the Cybermen. It's Sam Russell and Simon Keith here. We're doing the Genuine Collectables League. This is the first round of the league. This is a 5-week league where players will earn points each week to get into the finals. Once you reach the finals, there's a big pot of money and some other good stuff up for grabs. You have a chance of winning money each week as well, which is really cool. So take a look at that. Link in the description to the Genuine Collectables Facebook group, and they'll be able to explain it all there. Really cool. How's it going, Simon?
I'm going pretty well, Sam. Looking forward to some games.
Hopefully we'll get some games up soon. Cerberus. Wish you were in it, but there's no camera. Man, you got to pick up a camera. There's some cheapy ones over at Officeworks I've seen. Not too bad. The Goat Whisperer is online. Hello, Shay. Dylan
Hey,
Fury.
Dylan. Good to see you there.
Can you see?
Hopefully you win that poll online on Facebook. I know you're pretty keen.
Yeah, we got to get people voting in that poll. Plus work tomorrow. I have no idea what time this ends. Yeah. Depending on the amount of people, I think there's a few people tonight. So I think it's going to be at least 4 rounds, which will mean it'll go for a good few hours. Gonna finish probably around 10 or 11. See how we go. Not the earliest.
Do you know what the round length is, Sam?
The round length is 45 minutes. So they get
Best of one?
best of one, yeah. Get a bit of time to set up and everything, and then 45 minutes to play. Is Rex playing tonight? I heard Rex is up in the chat somewhere. Shay? D Mookie, who's the fave to win? I haven't actually seen the lineup, but I'll keep my eye on the players. I can see that Pete Palivos is here, who's always a good watch. Ryan Aquilina is awesome. He plays for the Genuine Collectables team, actually, so he's a good shout for the win as well. We got the players setting up here, so I'm going to switch over to that cam.
Just taking a look at the round list, Sam, and they're not in with people's names, so we're going to have to guess at who some of these people are, I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going off the people that I know their names on Discord, so it's pretty hard otherwise. So we've got this is pre-ban list, as you can tell from what's on stream right now. King Vegeta Mirror, which is going to be, I don't know if I say fun, but at least it's the first game, so we can get it out of the way and hopefully see something a bit different. Team PX3 is in the chat. How's it going, guys? Jimmy, what's up? Rex, did you get your ticket, Rex? Cool, at least you won't be boring tonight. I don't know if Palivos is in it. I just saw him in the chat. I'm not sure if he's actually playing.
Yeah, no, I saw him in the general chat earlier.
Yeah.
I don't see him in... Oh, he's in room number 2. Maybe he's just watching. There's a few people in there.
Yeah, good old Robbo. Thank God these decks are dead in 2 days. Yeah, I can't believe, like, I kind of can't wait for that to happen, because this format's boring as hell.
Yeah, I reckon that as soon as that came out, it kind of breathed life into things for me. I was super keen.
Yeah, same
Super
here.
excited.
So we've got the guys doing their mulligans now. Ryan, I believe, is the top one. I don't know who's got those tats. There's some sick tats there, though. Soul Shots, that's the Discord username. See a Goku there. Loving it.
Got the keyboard going.
Oh, yeah, the RGB.
So, Sam, with the King Vegeta decks, who prefers to go first? I'm guessing you want to go first with this one?
Yeah, I think you want to go first because you're going to burn first. Start getting the guys out and swinging. Although it means that if they get the optimal hand, it's potential first turn kill with this deck. You know, I don't know what deck they're playing. So going second can also be an advantage, probably in the mirror, because you get to go hard early. But if you don't win, then you're kind of stuffed, I think.
Yeah, you'd lose to the crackback.
Exactly right. Oh, it's Tyson. VX3. Mr. VX3. Can I confirm there is no... Yes, I will confirm that is correct. without saying that, spelling out those emojis. Tryhards. Dylan doesn't like this deck. So we got Tyson all set up, ready to go.
So he's played his little boy, little chicken legs.
So they obviously can't put the cards on their opponent's side very easily. That was the Vegeta. He got rid of it to play the SSG Vegeta that does a search and getting Borgos out. His leader was awakened, so he stopped that. And passing turn. So this is where we'll see how much Tyson can do on turn 1. Can I confirm the theme of this event is cancer? Try hard central. God, Dylan with the spitting facts everywhere. Man, they got to try hard because there's $200 in prizes on the line here.
And points towards the final, of course,
Points
where I
towards
think
the
the pot's a little bit
final as
bigger
well.
at the end.
I know the guys from Genuine Collectables are still working on how the final's going to work and what's going to happen after that, but there's some really cool things in store. I probably can't talk about what they've talked about because they haven't confirmed anything yet, but believe you me, it's some pretty cool stuff. So keep an eye out on that. Get in the next tournament if you aren't in on this one. Link again is in the description if you want to see that. So he's popping the Vegeta to play the promo Vegeta here. 1 promo in energy and 1 on field. Bottom decking and drawing 2. Swinging in with leader. So this is where he can start doing things because he's gone second. This is a best of 1, which means it's make or break. That's all he's done on turn 1. It looks like he's keeping an energy up for defense, which is probably smart. Crown of Retribution in energy there. Oof, there's the Piccolo Unison. Such a strong card. I still can't believe that hasn't got some kind of neuter. What do you reckon, Simon?
We're talking about the Piccolo Unison. That's
Yes,
the most
we are.
defeated Unison in the world, Sam. I can't believe it's not once per turn.
I can't believe it's like with all these bans and erratas, they haven't done anything to that. But it remains to be seen how effective it's going to be because Red did get hit pretty hard. Just with that Piccolo being
I think the
removed.
Piccolo is still the best red Unison out there, early game for sure.
Oh, definitely. It's just so good because it gives you the draw and it has that lingering auto that just destroys your opponent if they counter.
Oh, there's so many cards that you want to counter with and then turns into a blocker or has some other effect that you want to keep on the board and you just don't get that plus of it, even just to combo with that extra card you played, you know?
No, exactly. Goat Whisperer. Who are the players to watch tonight? We were saying earlier, I think Aquilina, Ryan, who's the top of this game right now, is a player to watch. Tyson's also really good. Unfortunately, we just can't see all the players because they on the standings and on the pairings, the names are the Discord names, so we are only guessing who the others are. But we'll hopefully see some more players next round and we'll be able to get some more info on what people are playing at least.
And I mean, he's on Red Vegeta, so King Vegeta, so got a good shot. Such a quality deck at the moment.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
And that 19k crit really hurts.
He's going in with his own Piccolo Unison here into the Piccolo Unison. Talk about mirror, hey? Will Smith says he feels they wanted to touch the more aggressive stuff and Piccolo only really gets its value in a longer game. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's true.
You're not seeing as many counters early as... It's not as aggressive as the other cards that were banned.
I guess I just personally really dislike it because a lot of the decks that I play, as you know, have like that when I was playing Android 18 and playing that blocker that comes down.
Just
She'd
heaps of
get hit
counters.
by it. Heroic Prospect would get hit by it. It was just so frustrating.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you love to get counters.
So yeah, that unison hurts.
To be fair, Boo Unison is good as well. That's Cerberus. Yeah, that Boo Unison I think is probably one of, if not the best unison in the game. I mean, obviously it's in discussions at least with this Piccolo, which is also amazing. But Boo, where Blue wants to be at turn 4 when they play that, or potentially earlier depending on the deck you're playing, it's so powerful.
Or I really like swapping into Jiren here. I was playtesting against this deck just before, I think it was the Zion tournament, just a little bit, and I noticed that with that Jiren plus that leader effect to get the -10, basically every card that you can just hit it with -20 or whatever it is straight away.
Yeah,
And
so
that was
strong.
just so brutal.
And you can see he was able to give it double strike and then take out the unison, pretty much killing Tyson's previous turn. His unison is now out of
Yeah, I really like
action.
the play of that Jiren because that's going to hit any card that he now brings in.
Yeah, and as we know, King Vegeta plays a lot of cards that, you know, have pretty small battle power. Lots of small cards that attack a lot. So he gets rid of them all. King Piccolo isn't great in U7 Gohan. Frieza takes it up. That's Dylan. Frieza just works so well because it does exactly what that deck wants to do, the U7 Gohan. Swinging in with another Vegeta here.
Now, the guy on the bottom can awaken at this point, can't he? Because Ryan's at 4 life, is that right?
Yes, I believe so.
I guess he's saving that awakening for his turn, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in trouble yet, I don't think, so he's chilling. We're just gonna see, are there Bell mods in Ryan's future? His awakening here.
A lot of the decks that I saw that run Bell mod don't seem to have the Jiren in there, so that leads me to think maybe he's not running that package at all.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's focusing a bit more on controlling the opponent's King Vegeta instead.
That's more your style, Simon.
Yeah, you got to go slow.
Slow and steady wins the race. You're a turtle.
Well, someone has to be.
Alright. So here we go. Passing back. Tyson's probably feeling a bit kind of set aback here. I don't know what he's going to do. He can see he's got that King Vegeta's imposing presence in hand, negate. That's all I really saw. He's going for another unison.
I feel like Ryan's sitting pretty comfortable though, because he's got the unison effect plus the leader effect, plus he's probably running the reinforcements card, I think it's called, where they imposing presence. Actually, I think it's called the one that negates and starts negging everything.
Yeah, that's King Vegeta's imposing presence.
Yeah, so I think all that neg really kind of gives him a real defensive position here.
For sure. So he's playing the 1-drop just to be able to get rid of it to play the promo.
Switching these.
Simon, are you sitting on the casting couch? That's what Shay wants to know.
Yeah, I heard Mino bought a casting couch, so I'll have to go over and check it out one day.
You love you some Mino.
Such a good guy. Really fun to play against.
So we got swinging in with the leader so you can get the search. One drop Raditz coming out. That's the promo that everybody was annoyed about. The leader mentions a 1-drop Raditz BR. And there were none in the set. Like, what a stupid thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Everyone was like, what?
Yeah. It's just
It's
like
like
planning
that,
for promos. It's like when they release a video game and DLC comes out like 2 days later.
Yeah, and that new Wish Desire card that searches for a Shenron BR, but there isn't any.
There is one though. It's just no one knows about it because it's shit. There's a promo, Shenron BR. Simo?
Really, I was looking for it the other day. I couldn't find it at
Oh,
all.
here's the SCR Kai.
I
Yeah,
really
there's a
like that because
promo
he's got to get rid of that Jiren.
promo Shenron BR. So everybody was like, "Oh my god, there's a new Shenron coming!" And I was trying to. I think I made a video about it because there's a promo one that no one knows about because no one's ever used it.
Yeah.
So Kai SCR's here. He's thinking about whether he's going to attack with it, or maybe Ryan is thinking about whether he's going to try and get rid of it with his Jiren and other combos of skills. Yamcha
Yeah, well,
and
Jiren's
the
got
rest.
that second effect where it can neg, I think, by 25k, so that's pretty rough. And if he manages to neg the Kai before it swings, then he could get rid of it.
Whoa, this Yamcha will neg it by 15 because Kai comes in on a skill.
Then the leader will hit, taking it down.
And the unison as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like if he doesn't get rid of it now, then Tyson's not swinging with that card, or he at least should not be swinging with that card.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be. And I think if he manages to get rid of this Jiren this turn with the Kai, that puts himself in a really good spot because then Ryan probably has to spend another 3 energy to get it out because it looks like that's the sort of direction his deck's going.
Oh, because they both countered, they both proc that King Vegeta as well, I believe. Oh, sorry, the unison.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got the Jiren out now. That's right. So that board's cleared because of that Yamcha and the King Piccolo. Piccolo Jr. I keep saying King Piccolo. Shenron wishing anew. There you go. Broly Pack 2 promo that no one ever used.
Oh, wow.
It's a nice looking card. That's all. Doesn't do anything good. Like, even with that new thing, you wouldn't play it.
That's crazy. Maybe there's something new coming out. I'm always looking for new wish deck.
Man, I wish they would support it again. Pardon the pun. But, like, it's such a fun archetype. Yes, it was broken, but they can surely figure out a way. Do some more testing and figure out a way.
Yeah. I think they're just talking here about which Yamchas hit which cards. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like because there are so many different triggers in those windows, that it's kind of trying to figure it out. I think he was able to hit the Yamcha in the second window. Oof, there you go.
That's what I thought had happened. That's a lot of Jiren can surprise a lot of people because it's really easy to forget about that second effect.
Yeah, that Kai isn't in the drop either. That Kai is out of the game, but it probably
I don't think it really
matter.
matters with this deck.
No, I don't think it'll matter, unless he needs it exactly for Overwhelm or something. Oh, I can't see that card.
Neither.
Oh, there's King Vegeta's Imposing Presence.
Such a good negate. Shuts so many things down.
It is, and it's also kind of not that good, depending on what you're playing against. Like, because the next attack's like, it just negs 5. I know that's annoying as hell, but if they're going for the game that turn,
yeah,
then they can just be like, okay, I'll swing through it. So it depends. Looks like Will is in here helping out with something. Will Smith is judging today. Thank him for that. He's just doing that out of
just
the kindness
looks like
of
he's
his
doing
own
the
heart.
rounds.
He was just getting that Kai out of the drop area. Good man.
On top of it.
What's wrong with Mecha Kabura? Oh, yeah, that's like fake wish though. I mean, like
yeah, that's not
wish. Like
that's not the OG.
Actual Shenron stuff, because I love Shenron.
Where's my
Mecha
yellow
Kabura is
Namekian, Sam?
like
Where's my yellow Namekians?
I know you want, but at least that leader can actually be okay.
It's like every set I'm like, 4-drop freezer, where's my yellow Namekians?
Oh man, we need something good. It is a good wish deck. Sorry, Cerberus. I just don't count that when I was speaking. I'm talking about like OG wish from set 5 and set 5 and Clash of Fates. Because there's some cool leaders like Purunga, Shenron, and all the other leaders like with the characters bringing Shenron out and making wishes is so cool, but they're just not good anymore because none of the desire cards are good. They are, as you can see, like the last few kind of promo packs and stuff, they're starting to try and print wish stuff, like for the Chile, like the
Yeah, I think they've got to do what they did with the Chilo with the other ones and help them awaken a bit quicker. Like the only one that really successfully awakens quickly is the Dende deck.
because you get
Then
to
you've got to run
burst and
so
everything.
many cards in order to get that package off,
Yeah,
to get the awakening happening before you're just dead.
yeah, I feel you. But I still reckon those decks are still only like a card away from being good again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I say I'm always just one more good freezer away from greatness, Sam.
100%. Yeah, but that's like a boring one to me because you play it all the time. For people who don't know, Simon's the Trader Dende player of the Cybermen. That's just like his number one deck and always has been, always will be, I think.
It's just too much fun.
Hey Dennis, what's up, mate? Thanks for logging in. D Mookie, bring back Scuffle Time Dende. Yeah, see, that was cool. That was fun shit.
Yeah.
You know, those cards that no one had ever used. Scuffle Time, the Yamcha,
That
and
blue
Boo, or whatever it
Dende's
was.
ultimate effect was so good.
Oh, not Yamcha. It was, I think it was Adult Goten or something, and Boo, wasn't it? Scuffle Time?
Was it? I think it was Yamcha.
I feel like it was Goten, but it looked like Yamcha because...
It looked like an older guy, yeah.
But yeah, but it needed to be because the wish thing was like bringing out a Saiyan, I think. I don't know. I'm sure that Dimuki will be able to tell me. I thought it was Adult Goten, but then it looks exactly like Yamcha.
Yeah, there was something else about that for sure.
So, Borgos is out. It's kind of very cagey, this game.
Yeah, it's not going how we anticipated at the start.
Well, you just know, both players know how strong these decks are and how they can absolutely destroy you in a turn. So they're both playing really defensively. I feel like Tyson's on the back foot here. He did use King Vegeta's Imposing Presence, but he doesn't have a Unison now. He's got no energy untapped.
And Ryan's going to this turn with plenty of energy open and defensive options and a pretty fat hand as well.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I guess that King Vegeta's Imposing Presence does put people off, maybe.
Well, I reckon with this deck it definitely does, because if a lot of the guys are like 15k or 5k or 10k, taking that 5k hit can really hurt, particularly with Jir in there, because I think he would proc on that as well. I'm not sure if it's just neg by battle cards would neg in general. But
yeah.
He can hit with that, and then he can hit with the leader on the next one. So there goes 2 cards, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So there's the Vegeta, Saiyan Youth? No, it's called something else. Young Invader. Tapping 1.
Back into Mr. Crit.
Hey?
Back into Mr. Crit.
But he's gonna... No, I thought he might Yamcha. Or is he gonna wait for another one? If he doesn't, then... he's using the Jiren. Nice.
Yeah, and then hit the leader as well.
Yeah.
That should kill it. Pretty sure it's 10 and 10, and that card's a 19k.
Yeah, it should be dead. And see you later. Was that the Bardock promo he just grabbed?
I didn't see.
You need Bond for that, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah, so it's...
I think all the Bardock's crew ones rely on Bond 2, and then the good ones Bond 3, I think.
Yeah, so it looked like he was going to play that, and then he decided not to. Maybe he realised the Bond thing. Swing with leader. What is he attacking, Simon? What do you reckon?
I reckon he's got to get rid of this Jiren.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any big cards in his deck at all so far, and it just feels like that if he doesn't get rid of that Jiren, it's just going to keep hurting every turn and keep plussing.
Yeah. I mean,
and then when he does get a big guy out, he'll have the neg 3 available to just get rid of it. So
yeah, I mean he needs to do it now, right? But he's just been hit with King Vegeta's Imposing Presence again, which seems to be turn for turn, these guys.
Yeah, really rough position, I reckon. I'm not sure what his out is here.
I'm wondering what all the energy left open is for now. Surely he had cards that he could have played, Ryan, and he was thinking he wants this energy open.
Maybe he was just worried about playing them out because I think he was under imposing presence.
Yeah,
And if he played out a lot of little guys, maybe it gets wiped by Marseille and Identity or something like that, and then he loses them all.
True. Would have been nice for Tyson to have Crown of Retribution there.
Yeah, get a little peek in the hand, see what's going on.
No charge. Tapping one for Crown.
That's
there we
Crown.
Go. Oof.
Anytime you get this sort of hand knowledge is so good. It lets you know whether you can go in for game. It's going to tell him that he's got to swing with Jiren first because of that violent raise there.
It's a pretty rough hand. Kind of not many options there. Like 3 of those Bardoks. I don't even know what the Gene...
What's the Gene do?
I don't even know what that does.
No, I haven't looked at it.
It's the one of her chopping steak.
I think that's one of the Bardock Cruise one that has Bond as well.
Man, I miss that little luck box Mickey. Him and his Android deck back in the day. Mickey, I was talking about Mickey the other day. I was saying Mickey is still my favourite player in Dragon Ball in Australia. I still reckon.
Oh wow, he played a second Crown, Sam.
He did. Jesus Christ. That's rough. And that Nappa's the super combo, is it? Yeah. I think. Maybe not.
It's a 2-cost, so it's likely.
Yeah, the Mickey was I still reckon he's probably the best player Australian scene has seen. And the worst thing is a lot of people aren't able to play him because he left and he's in Thailand. But he used to play really dodgy ass decks and absolutely destroy people. There's Yamcha. Sorry. There's Bardock and then a violent raise stopping the unison attack, you would assume.
Yeah, I would have thought with that hand knowledge you would have gone with the unison first.
It's very, strange. Depending on what he has, though, he could have a lot more attacks coming in. No, he didn't block the unison. I feel like that's not the worst idea. Because,
what would Ryan be playing that's bigger than 20k?
Well, the Bardock Overrealm is what I thought of.
True.
Whatever it's called. And that could
Double strike.
In games. I feel like... Does Tyson have 2 life?
I think he's got 3.
Yeah, it looks like it. So he was probably more worried about the final blow, knowing he could probably stop himself going down to 2 for Jiren. Yeah, that super combo. I'm not a big fan of those because it means that if you only have 1 card in hand, then you don't get the extra combo power. Like if that's your last card, it's the one where you combo with it and you buff another card in your combo area rather than buffing her. I'm sure that there's a reason.
Just shuts down that Cyberman negate as well. It's so good.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't have that in hand. I think he got that from life.
Combo was so scary for that Zion tournament. I put cards in the deck. I think I mentioned in the video that I made that this combination was just the biggest fear because it hit so many things. The double, just hitting with 20k, so good.
Here he goes. I think he's going for game with Borgos. Borgos is a 15k, I think, because of Bond.
And he's seen his hand, so he knows he's probably not got anything that can neg it.
Yeah, he got rid of his super combo as well, so I think it will likely be game. We don't know what the cards he got from life were, to be fair.
You do this a lot to me, Sam, don't you?
And then you kill it.
Going all in on 1 card and then losing it.
Yeah, I do. I like to gamble.
Yeah,
and that's game. So Ryan with the win.
I think Ryan had the more defensive deck and had more go after the first couple of turns, particularly with that Jiren Unison. I think that was clutch this game.
The Jiren Unison, I think, won him the match.
For sure, it was really nice.
I'm thinking. All right, back to us. Let's see if we have a timer by any chance. Yep, here we go. Let me just have a look at how long's left.
I think
Still
around
15
50
minutes
minutes
left, guys.
Got any results coming in yet?
Let me check. Result reporting. So Daniel Kahn has won the first round. We know DK. Well done, Daniel. I wonder if he's playing his Gogeta, do you reckon? Before it gets banned, the Belmod gets
Like
banned.
Gogeta? Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon he's playing that.
Alrighty. See if we can't get another game up quickly. If you like, do you want to go into room 2?
Sure.
It looks like they're finished. Alright, I am in room 6.
Alrighty.
I'm just going to try and get this up on the screen for everybody. Bear with me. So this looks like it's Ramp Vegeta versus the new yellow Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Some people have dubbed this Helku. Thomas says Simon looks cute, doesn't he?
Thanks, Thomas.
He's a gorge. Look at that moustache.
You spelled cute wrong though, mate.
Oh yeah, you need to spell cute with a Q-O-O-T.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Get it right. Capital Q, capital T.
If you just look at this horrible board from the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta player, he's got the Boo Unison that we were talking about.
How much energy has he got to there?
What the fuck is happening?
Is it 7?
Yes. 1, 2... Wait, maybe more.
Got a pretty fat hand as well.
I feel like it's 9 energy.
Surprised he hasn't played the Android 17 yet.
I
assume
just
that's in the
wanna,
deck.
I want to run one Jiren in every deck so that when someone plays that against me, I can counterplay a Jiren just to see the face because it'll be so good.
Yeah, man.
Yellow Gogeta, which is pretty interesting. I haven't seen that card. It's such a nice SPR.
It's actually really good. Like, it's got some really good effects on it. I think it's got barrier removal.
He's bottom decking it with the Boo Unison.
Good card, man.
And that is why that card is so good. Cute, cute. Everybody's saying cute. Helku, yeah.
That's right.
Anthony
And he's
Hain.
playing. Is that the one?
That's
top
Mr.
blue as
Hain
well?
on top there. And that's your boy Mino with his casting couch down the bottom.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at Anthony Hain and how he's got double mats. That seems really uncomfortable.
It's really long. I guess he knows he's going to have a lot of guys out in the field, maybe.
Look at that energy as well. Jesus.
That hand, you got to be expecting like a big play here.
Makes me think of like Vegeta playing with his food or something.
I know he plays Tragedy Overground this deck too, doesn't he?
Maybe that's what... Yeah, he wouldn't do it now, surely. Oh, he's playing it. Why
Look at
do
me.
that, though? Oh,
Got the Oracle.
so that guy's in energy and rest mode. I guess it just kind of cuts him out from doing anything else, but...
And I think this deck, this yellow deck, plays a lot of big guys, doesn't it? Like, I don't think the little guys have much power.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen this deck actually be played. I know it does similar things to Vegex, that's it. So he rest moded that Bojack. I really don't know what... Like, you'd just be like, okay, I would probably give up.
Oh, yeah. Especially if, like, you knew there was no out in your deck.
Yeah, I love that he runs results of training as well. I've always loved that card, man.
Yeah, it's so good. Used to run it back in the day with set 1 Golden Freezer. Blue-yellow.
I didn't play back then, but I used to run it with
So
the
good.
Ramp Gogeta. You know Ramp Gogeta with the...
Yeah.
Veku.
So you'd have the golden freeze that untaps two right after it awakens. So you play results of training, get the untap, then get the leader effect off again. So good.
That's crazy. How many blue do you have to tap for results?
From memory, it was two,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
but I could be wrong.
He's passing turn. He's got that what's his name? Great Saiyaman on field. That's such a good card as well.
Got revenge.
The
That
restanding
means
revenge blocker barrier.
anything that's coming through gets hit, and especially if he can only play guys that are three or less,
Yeah,
then that's so much more value.
agreed.
Yeah.
It looks like it's funny. It looks like Mino's just started playing with how clear his board is. It's nice and clean. And now Anthony's got 50 million things there. This is just still round one, Shay. This is another game because King Vegeta's finished. Ryan took the win on that one. Chatting about what the cards do. Tragedy Overground is such a good card. The fact that you can hardcast it for 9 in that deck is insane. Oh, Simon's lost. Gone. What does BG mean? Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Oh, baby garlic. Simon, what happened to your video? Anyway, he'll be back shortly, hopefully. I'll just shoot him a message. He just needed to go and do something quickly. He'll be back shortly. In the meantime, Zamasu super combo, rest moding something. He can't hit the blocker because that has barrier. I can't see what that... Is that just a token there?
All right, I'm back, Sam. Thanks.
Oh, hi. You're back. Baby garlic. It came up with BG, and I was like, what is BG? And I realized it's baby garlic.
Baby garlic, man.
Simo needed to go and bash one out real quick. After
Oh,
watching,
Jesus.
looking at Mino's hands, I know, I agree.
Wow. Rough.
One
That's
of
Stuart,
the
isn't it?
King Vegeta players bricked. Apparently. I did see Tyson's hand. It was a bit rough. Just, I don't know if that's you there, Tyson. It looked a bit rough. After he did the Crown of Retribution, I was like, oh no, that's looking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much you can do. Whiffed up top 5. Yeah, I think once, from our point of view, once he got that Jiren out, it looked really hard to come back from.
What was the Gene card that he put in the drop? What does it do?
It was the super combo we were explaining.
Ah, okay. Oh, I know which one you're talking
Well
about
played
now.
though, Tyson. It looked, it was a good match. Like very, very. We expected it. Simon and I expected it to be over in like 1 or 2 turns. But then, sorry, I'm laughing at what Stuart said. But yeah, it got really cagey. I like the control. You guys played it really well. Stuart, I'm most certainly not Stuart. My name is George. Don't have Raditz combos. Man, I swear, I bought like a case of that set and somehow I don't have any Raditz. I think I might have sold them and then like now I don't have any.
No, it was so few and far between because I had to go looking for them for someone because I thought, oh, it's a super combo, I'll have heaps. And I only had like 4 or 5 in the case. It was really weird. I couldn't find any more. It was crazy.
They were the rare super combos. I hate rare staples like that. It's annoying. Remember when leaders were rare? God, that was horrible. You're like, oh, what's in my pack? Oh, it's the 50th slug leader. Thank you.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was so frustrating.
Yeah, you'll get some from the Annie boxes. Those ones look cool as well with that white background.
Oh, wow, look at that energy. What's next?
So did he charge again?
Yeah.
Yep, 11 energy now. I feel like he's just stunting on him. It's
Gotta
like
go
it's like
Android 17 or
like he's
something.
just doing tricks. He's just showing off how much energy can I get. It's cool, man. I like it. Let's see where the timer is.
Oh, there we go.
6 minutes left. They've still got time. What did he
Got the
play?
counter baby out.
Oof. Was that off a Nimbus as well? Yuck.
Yeah, man. Now he's tapped out. I don't see
Nino's
anything
like,
else
I'm
coming
sweet. I've
here.
got Nimbus. I'm sweet.
Now we know why he's charging.
Imagine using a 5 energy counter and still having 6 energy left.
I bet he's got another one as well. I don't think it's got the unique tag, does it?
No, it doesn't. Yeah. Galactic Buster is literally carrying blue right now. Yeah, it's such a good card. Being able to combo those cards from energy is awesome. Swinging with the Bojack here. 1 life. Interesting that there's barely any energy up. Barely any cards left in Anthony's deck, sorry. Ooh, Final Flash. Nice. What is he gonna, like...
You'd have to hit the baby, wouldn't you?
I guess, but skills don't matter anymore. He's got 1 life. Probably hit the boo. One of the boos. He's got 2 boos, though. Because those boos can bring out the big boy boo. For, like...
Yeah, true.
A few energy. 4 energy or something.
Can't see any of them in his energy, though.
Oh, the counter does have unique. But you can still use it again. It just goes to drop.
Yeah.
Super Combo Krillin, is it? It's one of the new ones.
Mino's hand's getting pretty slim now.
I love how Mino's playing to the end.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
I feel like I would have scooped like 3 turns ago.
Yeah, I think I would have too, but you know what? All credit to him.
Just send me cards already. Mr. Stuart George. By the way, while we have everyone here, I'm buying all Vegeta winners and anniversary cards.
Who's that?
That's Thomas. Yeah, go for your life, mate.
Big Bucks Thomas.
And that is game. Nimbus in the energy.
Wow, what a game.
Very, very good. Let's look at... I think we are almost finished the timer.
I don't know if the other room's still going because there's one of the cameras is off.
Yeah, there's someone in Battle Room 3. There's 2 people, but I don't know if they're actually playing or chatting. I'm going to get Room 1 back up and running. So I am good for next round, maybe. Oh.
Hopefully they're done and we're not going into time and we can get started ASAP.
That would be nice. Alrighty, getting this room up. I apologize. This is just a blank room for now. But we will be ready very shortly. I'm going to quickly go and grab a drink of water. I will set us onto the back soon page. So we'll be back in, I reckon, under 5 minutes. Just hang on, chat between yourselves, and we'll see you shortly. All right, guys, we are back. Simon without just the floating head. Simon now he's adjusted his screen.
There we go, Sam. Do I have a torso now?
We're going to another game here. It is Anthony Hayne again. So we saw the end of Anthony Hayne's game there. We're going to be able to see how he gets up to that 11 energy or 12 energy, whatever he got, versus a Soul Striker. Let's just get them on here now. There we go.
Blue versus blue. I wonder if the Soul Striker will be blue-yellow.
So we got Mr. Brewer up the top on Genuine Collectables. He's one of their newly created team players, and he's on Soul Striker. This is going to be a very interesting match.
Yeah, because I think the Soul Striker decks these days are playing blue-yellow so they can take advantage of that Zamasu card, the Zamasu promo.
Yeah, I love that
card.
I think,
from memory, I think the game plan, typically from what I hear, is they sit there using draw apes to get advantage and wait to use the Zamasu on pretty much everything. But that could be a dangerous play here against this ramp Vegeta.
Yeah, I mean,
because Anthony wants to go long.
If Anthony's smart, I mean, you just make sure you play your Boo for 5 energy. And he can afford to do that because he ramps. So I don't think it's such a big deal. I mean, I'm sure he knows that card exists. If he sees a blue and a yellow up, he's just not going to play his Unison out. Look at that. They both charge the same card.
The Bojack.
Trying to get you centered there.
Did I move again?
No, I'm just trying to... I can see the hang up button. It doesn't matter. It's just my OCD showing through.
Now, what do you think, Sam? Because, like, Anthony wants to ramp, and so if you try and defend against the ramp, it almost becomes a hand destruction deck because you want to stop the ramp from happening, so you've got to burn through your hand, not take life and out-combo it.
Oh, no, for sure. And, I mean... The thing is, like, it's really hard to defend against the ramp as well, because they're usually using UI Goku's Kamehameha or other cards to really go for an early attack that's, 20, 25k, and you don't want to be defending that.
Doesn't look like we're going blue-yellow at all. So we're looking at a mono-blue variant.
Yeah, it looks like it's got the Bojack. That's the other... Is that a Beidou?
Yeah, it looks like... Beidou's the one with the turban, right?
I think so. Or it could be... I can't see it. Anyway, it looks like it might be full on with the Galactic Buster, the Bojack cards. 3 minutes later. Sorry, Stu. I was trying to quickly eat. I didn't finish my dinner. I was trying to quickly eat, but I couldn't finish it in time. It's fine.
Now, Sam, the Vegeta leader re-stands on the other side, doesn't it? When they activate a counter?
Something like that. You'll find that I'm not 100% sure because I've never played it. I've never played this leader, and I don't think I've ever played against it either. So there's the ramp into results of training. Yeah, that's familiar. It does sound familiar, so that they can swing in again.
Yeah.
Passing turn. We'll see a lot of this. I think this game, blue will generally not play too many cards on their own turn.
Paying like 3, I'm guessing this is for a Unison. There we go. Now, I think the Soul Striker can awaken now, can't he?
He can.
It's going to make it a little bit harder for Anthony to get the ramp off, being at 15.
He gets the draw again. It's a pretty nice draw 3 there. Swinging in, able to untap 2 cards. Purposely not untapping that Beidou or whatever it is, I assume to be able to use Galactic Buster to combo with it, potentially.
Passing turn. So I'm guessing on Galactic Buster they can combo with it on the opponent's turn
I
and bring
believe
it
so,
in.
yeah.
It's a bit more defensive.
And he purposely didn't attack with Unison. He didn't want to allow his opponent to awaken, which is good. Already 5 energy for Anthony Hayne. Ah.
Get the draw from the super combo.
Yeah, he obviously didn't combo with the leader attack.
Yeah, I think because the leader's already at 15.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's going to probably use the Galactic Buster to combo with the guy in the energy, which will take it up, potentially.
Yeah, exactly.
And that super combo's live now too, because I think it becomes active at 5 life, the Zeno that's on the field. That lets him switch out an energy.
Switch out an energy, yeah. Possibly.
And put one in an active mode, which is pretty good.
I'm really showing... Unfortunately, I am just not a blue player generally, other than that Zamazu deck that I like, which is blue-yellow. I don't really play blue ever. So, ooh, tapping a lot down.
I think he's using the 1-drop booze effect to play the 7
so
cost.
He'll just choose not to play anything. God Sealing is such a bastard, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to get those unisons down, but the baby one is so hard to hit down.
It's crazy. Like, he comes
Particularly
in at
if you're
5.
awake. Yeah. Now, do you know the cost of the Bojack cards? I think they're the one he wants to play is 4 and above, isn't it?
The big one?
Yeah.
It's a 4 cost, yeah.
Yeah, so if he gets Tragedy down, it kind of shuts off all those plays. That could be really rough.
Exactly. So that's the Bojack one, the dual attack is 4 cost. And yeah, I don't know about the Beto though, but the big Bojack is an 8 cost, so he's obviously out.
That'd feel real neg to get the Tragedy out and not be able to even use the thing you've been setting up in your energy for a couple of turns.
For sure. So there's
so it looks like he's gonna use the Sane Instincts and then untap with the leader to refresh back to 4. After he finishes comboing with it.
So he's got, there's the Zeno to untap. Can't see what that card is.
I think he untapped with the Bojack.
Sorry?
The one he put in his energy was a Bojack.
Oh, was it? Yeah, okay. Oof. He obviously needed that energy. There we go. Now he's going to, like you said, attack with the leader to untap 2.
Plus.
I remember when this reboot leader came out. Do you remember? And everybody's like, it's shit. It's so bad. You can't untap multicolor. The old one's better. And now it's like one of the most played decks. It's crazy. Everybody was so upset because at that time I think multicolor was such a big thing. Are you still there, Simon? Are you stuck?
Yeah. No, I'm here. I was just thinking. I reckon that I really like the idea of the multicolor blue deck. But I guess in the format with the King Vegeta around and such early aggro, you can't really risk charging that multicolor to start
there
with.
is there's a Bojack card from one of the expansions that you can just charge the Bojack in active mode, multicolor, if you have another Bojack in energy.
That's cool.
Or something. So it kind of negates the problem. God. 6 energy versus 4 now.
Huge hand size on Brewer.
Yeah,
on
it looks
both,
like a book.
really.
Look at it.
Paying 4, I think.
If anybody in the chat want to do a poll, who do you think's going to win?
Oh, here we go.
Get it up.
Big 7 drop coming down. I believe this guy's triple strike, right?
Yes, and he can restand if he has a Gohan underneath, which it looks like he does.
And I wonder if he plays the evolved card that goes over the top, that restands and gets like 30k buff or something crazy.
Get in the chat. Tell us who you think's going to win. Vegeta or Soul Striker? Looks like we got Vegeta as the favourite for now. Anybody else want to jump in there and vote?
Wow, the triple strike, the triple striker did the work, getting rid of the unison.
Yeah, so just like you were saying, it's so hard to get rid of it, but
yeah,
if you got a triple striker, dual attack.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a negate in hand, to be honest. His hand is so huge. Maybe he just wants to trade the baby out for a Boo Unison or something next turn.
Yeah, I mean, if he was going to get rid of it anyway, it doesn't hurt too much. And he's not getting hit with that triple strike, so you can't complain.
Got the revenge blocker out now, so that's going to be a bit rough to get rid of, because I think it's got barrier, doesn't it?
It does. Revenge,
Blue really struggles with barrier removal.
Yeah, it's kind of hard in blue. Standard blue package barrier removal. And he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it still only 6 energy?
I think he's on 7, because the Boo costs 3, and then I think the Saiyaman costs 3 as well.
Yeah.
And he's still got 1 standing.
Must be. There you go, you called it. There's the Boo coming out.
Would have been nice to get the double draw, though, off the baby and then off the unison.
So we got Vegeta at 100% of the win in the poll.
Wow. No one's got faith.
Anybody else want to vote? Anybody going to vote for the underdog, Soul Striker, to take it out? He's got the Boo Unison on board. He can get rid of that Boo on the field pretty easily now. There's the Dimension Magic. Swinging in with a double strike. Then, of course, he can untap his Unison and a blue energy. Give him another blocker and extra energy to work with. Super combo here. Oh, no, he's at 6 life.
Yeah.
He obviously just wasn't thinking about the life requirement there.
It can really get you sometimes when you're playing decks that remain at high life. Like, you're so used to being able to do it at this point in the game, it just feels natural to start using it after like turn 3, turn 4.
Yeah. Senzu Bean. Galactic Buster.
That's the Galactic Buster.
Into the... Boom, and now he gets tap 4 to play the Bojack. Bang. So strong.
So what's this Bojack got on it, Sam? Do you know? You said it's got dual attack, right?
Yeah, and it does some other stuff. I'm very helpful. Let's look it up.
And
Anybody in chat want to tell us what the Bojack does? Dylan, you know what it does?
Sam.
I'm telling you, I don't play. Oh wait, we got Kat. Where's Stuart George? Tell us about Bojack. Dual attack, double strike. Will says. Yeah, I know it doesn't look good, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't play blue. I really. I remember, and I actually in the last set I really barely played, right? Because I was so not interested. Dual attack, double strike. You get to, at the end of battle, obviously tap 4 to draw 1 card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, place it at the bottom of its owner's deck, and play that card in rest mode. When that card is in rest mode, your opponent attacks with a battle card. You can switch one of your blue energy to active mode and switch up to one of your opponent's energy to rest mode.
That's pretty solid.
It is. It's a really
It's a lot of
card.
effects. I see why you God sealed it. But I guess you want to God seal that as well, because you can only use that unison effect once, and so then you'd have to choose between that or the Boo.
Yeah.
when he's activating it. So that top card goes back to hand, right?
No,
No,
deck.
bottom of deck. Nice.
Such a good unison because he still has the block on it as well. See Anthony Haynes' cat going past in the back there. His ramp Vegeta SPR version. This allows you to ramp up 4 if you wish. Or add
It also
hand.
fills your hand up as well if you want the draw.
Yeah, you can draw.
It's really nice.
Like.
You can use it both ways, I think, from memory.
You can. You can go, I'm going to keep one and charge the rest, or like he looks like he's doing. So he picked up the boo and then charged the rest. He's probably going to tap 4 for that boo that he just drew as well, maybe. And this Vegeta is then a big body. We got Soul Striker has got a vote now. Got a couple of votes. Vegeta's still in the lead with 78%. It really looks like he's doing the business at the moment.
Probably this boo unison's so good because particularly since the opponent's board's clear. That means any big players he plays that unison can really protect him against it.
Exactly. And just the fact that he gets to untap at the end of the turn and untap the unison, I just love that. I love that unison.
Yeah.
So I don't like blue, but I do play this. And I play that boo in here because it's such a good card. It has got me through some hard times, that's for sure.
I think 20k is such an awkward number as well. At the point in game it comes out, it really, people go, oh, do I really want to waste those cards comboing up to get rid of it? What do I do? And then sometimes you just ignore it a little bit and let it kill itself sometimes, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Jiren in that game 1 that we saw today.
So he's got the baby unison out again. Blocker on the big boy. The fact that he's got that Saiyaman unison there is just a bit of a really annoying kind of card for his opponent, just because he knows, first of all, Boo can bottom deck anything without barrier. And if it does have barrier, then he can just block and kill it with revenge.
Yeah, and I think you save it for the big one.
Swinging in with baby, assuming against the unison. I feel like there's no point in attacking leader here. Vegeta on 78%. People really believing in Anthony Hayne here.
I'm personally think probably shocked at swinging the other way at this point with the state of the game.
Yeah, I can't see Soul Striker coming back, to be quite honest.
You never know, though. Shrouded Fu does things.
What the hell? I got a text message from Bliss and Esso. How weird is that?
Yeah, that's a scam, Sam.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, it's a band or something, isn't it?
Yeah, rappers, Aussie rappers. It's just so, I don't think I've ever bought anything from them or anything. They're like, buy our new album.
I think we're up to 11 energy here.
Here we go, Tragedy Overground. Now that's kind of like
rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
He's gonna look it up there. There you go. So this is where you know when your opponent starts looking up your cards.
Based on what I've seen so far, I'm really can't think of something he can do to get around that now, because a lot of his guys seem to be bigger than 4 or bigger.
Yeah, well, the thing is, and what we've seen this whole time is Soul Striker, I don't think has played a battle card yet, has he? Or nothing of note from memory. So he's kind of stuck. He's getting rid of that unison.
Yeah, always get rid of the unison, eh?
Down to 4? How many markers did it have? Bloody hell.
He played it last turn, so it hadn't
had
got
5,
a chance to plus up too much. I think it was on 5, yeah. Now that 6-drop Vegeta there, I think it restands at the end of turn, doesn't it?
Super Saiyan Vegeta leader in a matchup blue versus blue. I think Vegeta always wins it. Yeah, I mean, because it does have that ramp advantage. And then, as we see here, Tragedy Overground is just extremely, extremely powerful. He got the Borgos out. That's so funny. And used UI Goku's Kamehameha on it to take the Unison out. Thomas Eden, no, we just believe in Vegeta. Yes, we know you like Vegeta, but it's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Thomas. Do we like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta?
Didn't I see a post on one of the spy swap cells when I was looking for something today that he signed off as Thomas Vegeta?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty sure I saw that.
I saw that too, Thomas. Is that your new last name, Thomas Vegeta? Striker has played Bojack, and that's it. Yeah. Oh,
And I mean, at this point, I reckon Anthony's going to have. You'd have to have at least a couple of God Sealings in hand.
I know he comboed one off last turn.
So that tells you he's definitely got another one in hand.
Yeah.
He's got the Boo removal, Tragedy Overground.
I hate Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. There you go, Thomas. Told you.
Rough.
What's happening? Are you going to change your vote then? Soul Striker's down to 18% of the vote now. Vegeta on 82. I think you guys got it. Oh, Soul Striker just got another vote there. Oh, that was Thomas, yeah.
His hand must be bricking hard because he's swinging without using any energy to get the untap from.
Well, the thing is, like, from what we can see in his energy, it looks like his whole deck is based on the combo to play cards. I don't know what else he has in the deck, but those cards are 2 cost a combo. As the smallest ones are 2 cost a combo, which it looks like he might be doing that on it. Oof, tapping 3 to combo 3. All those cards are useless now, as we know.
Ooh. Do you reckon he's playing UI Goku with that swap one?
Yeah, but he can't now. It doesn't matter. That's the only reason to play that.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected that in this deck. That's all.
Actually, Jono played this Soul Striker at locals last week, and he had that package in it. So maybe it's one going around. Brewer for the win. Sadly, it doesn't feel like it's going to go that way. Yeah, Tragedy Overground just coming out, it kind of stops him from doing anything. As you saw, comboing all the pieces that he potentially could use. I mean, he can ramp himself now if he wants, but you know, you can play some cards out and ramp himself if he wanted to, but what is he ramping to, you know? He can't play anything. Oof, I don't even know how many energy he's tapping here.
I reckon that was 7. I reckon it's Android 17 coming down.
Bang.
There we go. Brutal.
Can I just say how good it would be? Please have Jiren. No one runs that, but I really want someone to do it. Your opponent gets rid of their hand and you keep yours. It'd be so hilarious. So he's looking up, turning the tide? Surely not.
I think this is going to be a very sad moment.
Yeah, there it goes. All battle cards in the drop, not the whole drop. It doesn't matter. I think it's all battle cards in the drop, right? Not just
it is.
Cards. It's too late now. A lot of people don't realize that. Benny Zhang, Anthony's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is very oppressive. Yeah, agreed. It's insane, man. The only thing that would matter is he would be able to draw those unisons that he played back again.
Loses the 3rd unison off the live.
But they're in energy. They're back in his deck now.
Ah, true.
Because he wasn't supposed to shuffle his drop in his deck. I don't know if you're watching the stream, Will, or if you want to tell them that, but it's fine. I personally don't think it's going to change much of the game, so I'm not too worried. So Anthony passed turn and blocked with Vegeta. 2 cards in hand, and he's passing. What do you
You know
do
what it comes
here?
down to, if he's only got 2 cards in hand and you've got 2 blockers out, you're kind of defending whatever's coming through.
I mean, do you just scoop?
If I was Anthony, I would just hit with crit past turn. But that's just me and how I play.
Well, that seemed to be what he did last turn. So I might mention it to them after this game about the turning the tide. Because it can, like, depending on the matchup, it can make a big difference, you know?
No, for sure.
If you draw into that negate that you already used or whatever it is.
Now I think you can play more than you can play have more than you can play turning the tide again here, can't you? So you can kind of fill his hand back up. He might take life to try to get some options. And then once his hand's full again, turning the tide.
He's reading Bojack. That would be rough as hell, turning the tide again. But he would have had to draw it, because Anthony obviously had to get rid of his hand too.
Yeah.
So what is it? He's going to use it, but he's not going to be able to... It's just going to go back into energy?
I guess he gets the combo power from it.
He would get the effect, I think, from tapping 4. Does the winner of this match get to learn how deflect works? Well, I'm going to teach them how one of the cards works. For people watching Turning the Tide, that Android 17 came out, what he does is he makes you and your opponent shuffle your hands back into your deck, and your opponent shuffles all battle cards from their drop area into their deck. Important distinction, because Brewer here shuffled his whole drop area into his deck, which is incorrect. Easy mistake to make. And like I was saying, I don't think it really affects the game very much, but it's just good to know all those rules.
Oof. Back into another unison.
Another one. I really feel like he's doing another Turning the Tide the way he's playing.
Yes,
Trying to get him
that's
down
what
to
I
2.
reckon. That's 100% what I reckon's happening.
He couldn't get him down to 2, so what's he doing now? Another Boo Unison? Insane. And he gets to untap, is it 3 energy? He used 3 Boo Unison seals, right? Yeah, far out.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry, Will. Brewer shuffled his whole drop into his deck. I don't know if it's not really worth doing anything about at the moment, but just maybe to tell them...
Fourth one.
That's a bit broken. Just maybe to
Love
tell them so they know for next time. A 4th one? That's insane.
Brutal.
So he gets to untap 4 energy at the end of the turn.
Nice.
Oh, he's only done 3. Maybe he didn't activate the other Boo. I don't know.
Either way, that's pretty solid. That's a big turn.
Insane. Yeah. Oh, there you go. The room's opened up now, Will. He's jumped out. There's the Bojack. Galactic Buster. We got... It really feels... I agree with Benny. I would have scooped. I think... I'm going to end the poll here and we'll...
Yeah. I just don't see any cards that are 1 to 3 that are anything impactful that could do anything.
Nah.
Especially with that many blockers out on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the Revenge blocker. He's got the Unison. It's just not happening. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Scoop.
And there we go.
Good game. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta takes it.
Rough game.
He's trying to break the world record for Boo Unison played in a turn. I feel like that was the world record.
Yeah, he played all four, mate. How much more can you get?
Yeah, insane. Then you have to like do some weird thing to get it back from your drop. I know there's blue cards that get Unisons back from the drop, you know?
Yeah, there are. There's a negate that does, but I'm not sure if it's got a limit on the specified cost or not.
It might. Let's switch back to us. So what did you think of that, Simon?
Personally, I loved it. I loved just locking the game down. It was really controlled. Getting the tragedy out, getting all the blockers out. The revenge blocker was just sitting there, so if he did play anything big, he could get rid of it. I feel like Anthony really locked that game up and knew the matchup pretty well.
Yeah, I reckon so too. I'm trying to find the round timer.
I think it would have been like it would have felt really awful to play against that with that Soul Striker deck. Like it really felt like he was locked up and couldn't do much, and so I don't think it would have been an enjoyable game from that.
Yeah, I think Soul Strike. Tragedy Overground. Once you get that out, it feels hopeless, especially for decks that don't have small cards. Against certain decks, like, for example, King Vegeta, King Piccolo, those decks play 3 or less. A lot of their cards are 3 or less. It's not as bad.
Doesn't do much.
But against decks like Ramp that play a lot of big cards, against the black decks like Broly and Gogeta and all that, it kind of just destroys their plan.
For sure. It really felt like he locked that down very quickly. Everything went to plan.
Thanks for that, Will. Yeah, I think game loss is fair. I don't think Brewer would have been worried about that since he definitely would have lost anyway. He had another Turning the Tide in hand, apparently. He was just trying to get him...
That's the play we thought he was going for, with hitting with the double strike. And then
he was trying to get him down to 1 and drop it.
Yeah.
Can Ultra Instinct Goku the Unstoppable get around Deflect? Yes, it can. It's a very good card. There are other cards that are kind of better at the moment, but still, that card can stop anything except for Fu. Brewer said he was about to scoop. Yeah, you could feel it coming on. Let's have a look and see if we can get another game up if there's anything else happening. Let me just
where we had
look around. Let's take a look at Battle Room 2. Max Kennedy was not on stream. He wasn't playing. He had a bye last round, so let's have a look at that. Battle Room 2. I'm just going to get it up on screen for everybody. Battle Room 2. There we go. So, camera's not the best. I think...
I was going to say.
Who's who?
Max's field looks like he's deck building at the moment.
Yeah, Daniel Khan's definitely playing King Piccolo, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You can just tell by the way he plays with, like, no mat. Degenerate guy. Nah, love me some Daniel Khan. But that he never has a mat at locals. It's funny. When we used to be able to have locals.
That's Black Gogeta that Max is on, right?
Black Gogeta, yeah, I think so. I like that deck. It's very strong in the meta now. This is the Overwhelm Goku. Lets you grab a 7 or less black card from your drop. See, that Vegeta, that Gogeta is the one I always tell you about. It's the 1 cost, remove a barrier card, 4 or less. So strong, and then it's a blocker as well.
Yeah, I think it's 6 cost, right? Like originally, and then plays for 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Will said, some people might ask why he ruled in a game that was all but over. And he said, for tournament integrity, obviously, and if Anthony made a game loss level mistake, that would have caused problems with rules enforcement. Yeah, exactly. And I agree. Even if it's for as simple as making sure that the players all both know that rule for next time as well. I mean, helping them out too, even if that's all it is. Jesus Khan, we gave you a mat. Yeah, why isn't he using the Cybermen mat that he won? Jesus Christ.
It was quality. He was pretty keen about it too.
Yeah. Soul Striker only had one option. If he runs Zeno Unison, tap 5 and use its skill. Yeah, but the thing is, like, the Zeno Unison still can't get rid of the Tragedy Overground either. It can only use... It can get rid of it if... I don't think it can, right?
Well, I think it says it can't be removed by skills, right? But it depends on what skills we're talking about, like whether it's referenced as a battle card skill or unison
Yeah,
skill.
it can't be removed by it, but unless it says the Zeno Unison negates all card skills, I can't remember. But I know that if the player who has the Tragedy Overground out uses Zeno, it gets rid of it. Which is crazy. And that's why I don't run Zeno in Zamasu, because you can never use the -5, pretty much. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it does get rid of Tragedy. Okay, Tragedy is immune to battle card skills. There you go.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
You were right.
Good card.
You just have to watch out for... No, it's not. Yeah, so... sorry. It says... This card cannot be removed by skills of your opponent's battle cards. So, yeah. So, it says that... It means that Zeno can remove it. And it also means that your Zeno can remove it. Which is scary.
It's like... it's so rough losing your field card. Particularly when I was playing Android 18 at locals. I was playing Aaron Chamberlain. And he had Zeno in his deck. And he removed the Android scheme. I'm like, oh, rough.
Oh, yeah, that sucks, man. Zeno's it's a good unison, but I think it's outclassed by Boo and some of the other unisons now.
Yeah, for sure.
And the decks that need ramp already themselves. New 5-cost Boo. That's the... No, because that's a battle card, so it wouldn't remove it. So I can't see bloody Khan's field. His camera's like a potato. But it looks like he's scooping.
Yeah, I think... Like, they were sitting there talking for a very long time about whatever was going on.
Max took it out. What's Max's mat? It looks cool.
I don't know. I think Max's camera's frozen on my end.
I can see
it. That he can sit very, very still.
Pokemon. Yeah, it looks nice. There you go. Will with the knowledge. See, I didn't know that it negated skills because I haven't actually read that card. I just know it clears the board. The problem with the Boo is you can't play it because it's a 5-cost. So if Tragedy's on the field, you can't play it, right? Does it reduce its skill cost? If it reduces gets its cost reduced in hand, then yes. But if it's a 5-cost, you can't play it to get rid of Tragedy because Tragedy will put it in energy instead of being played.
Yeah, I don't think they get the play effects, do they?
No. Just goes into energy instead of being played.
Do we want to jump into room 3?
Yep, let's move on. Move on to the next one. Here we go. Battle room 3. Here's Jono and someone else.
Jono's got his GoPro on again.
Yeah. Is it fisheye?
What's that?
It always looks so uncomfortable playing like that. Hold on, I'll get it up on stream for everybody so they know what we're talking about. There we go.
I always tell him he's going to get a sore neck from keeping his head so still. I picture him like going into like the mines with like this little GoPro sitting on the front of his head.
I think he's just using a weird.
Yeah, I know.
so Jono's playing the Gogeta as well against Boo. So we were just talking about Boo. He's the green Boo leader.
It's got some really nice tools.
It does.
Plays a lot of 15k beaters.
We love the Boo Topo, you know. That green one on the field there is the Boo version of Topo, the green version of Topo.
And this unison pairs so well with a +2. It's so hard to get this unison down. That way you can make use of the Spirit Boost effect.
I like Jono's playing the Mirror unison, it looks like, which is pretty cool.
That's interesting.
That's the one that has similar effect to the old school Mirror SR battle card. It gains power for every card in the warp, which is really cool.
That makes sense with this deck.
It does,
because I think this one bursts directly to the warp, doesn't it?
Yeah, five per turn, or up to 5, you can decide. Oh, here's the I love that new card. Still haven't got it out. Got to play it yet. Not that I've played this deck too much.
So good. But it can be hit like it's just a dead card versus blue with God Sealing.
Yeah, exactly. Most things are. You get him to God Sealing the one energy one that he played, and then play the 4 cost, the 4 energy. Game 1 was pretty much over as soon as he played Tragedy. Yeah, James, good, well played, man. Like, we saw that and we were like, pretty much what can you do? Shay says there needs to be some kind of quality control on players' cams and board states. Yeah, I agree.
It's pretty wild.
The last game we were watching was pretty off. Could not tell what was going on. So is that? Yeah, he's got the 1-drop boo counter. That's the new one, right?
Yeah, I can't quite remember what it does. I remember getting it in the sealed event that we played.
I think
but
you
I
can
think it
definitely
requires
use Spirit Boost.
Yeah, it requires a
it for
specific
Spirit
leader.
Boost too. But I don't know what else it does.
Yeah, after reading the cost, it was like it needs a green boo leader or a green leader, and I'm like, oh, don't have one of those, so I've stopped reading at that point.
So that was a... Oh, he's going for double strike. Is that
how much life you got? Just 2?
Looks like he's going for game on the Unison. So that Unison already gets the buff
from the warp.
Yeah.
Yep. That's game.
Yeah, that's right. It's the anti-Gohan leader, anti-dual attack leader.
Yeah.
Counter,
prevents the leader from attacking again.
Yeah, that's right. They brought one out with every color. All right, that's the end of that. It looks like this should be...
Games are going quick.
Almost our last thing. I don't think there's much time. We got to remember that last one was Blue Mirror, and it went for a fair while.
Yeah, I think we're into time now. Because of 45-minute rounds, the first one went for 45, and now up to 8:30. So
we are nearly at round 3. Everybody, he played it perfectly. Only attacked Unison, so I couldn't Galactic Buster. It was still a fun game. Yeah, I mean, you could just tell how we know Anthony's been playing that deck for a long time, or a while at least, and he really knows how he's going.
Yeah, it just looked like he locked the game up very quickly to a point where you couldn't really do much with your deck.
Yeah. And yeah, Tragedy, like we were saying, there are answers, or there's Zeno as an answer, for example, but that's not really an answer because no one's going to play that thinking someone's playing Tragedy at them. It's just going to take up too much room in your deck. In blue, like I was saying, Zeno's a good Unison, but it's not one of the best ones anymore.
I mean, blue players might put it in their sides going forward if this is the sort of meta that we're going into, though.
Yeah, it's quite possible. But until we have proper best of 3, that's not going to matter too much.
Exactly. I miss best of 3 so much.
Yeah, man, me too.
It's great.
All right, I'm just going to get back in. I know there's no one in room 1, but I'm going to get back in there to get ready. All right, guys, we are in time now, so we will be back in a couple of minutes. I'll put it on back soon again. We'll be back very shortly, and see who we got round 3. I think we got 4 rounds today, but we'll see. Round 3 should be a very interesting one. Yeah, there are a lot of black Gogeta decks out, just because the other black decks kind of got a bit of a neuter, and that black Gogeta package is very strong. I'm sure we'll see more and more of them coming through. I mean, they did run Belmod, which got banned, obviously, but I think it'll still be a good deck. We'll be back shortly, guys. Alrighty, guys. Let's just get the table up. Give me a moment. Here we go. Oh, there's Anthony Hayne again. Guess what we're seeing? We got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta again here. I'm not choosing who we're seeing on stream, guys, so I apologize if that's a bit repetitive, but Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta versus Black Gogeta. Both of these players are obviously undefeated, and this is the matchup that I was talking about earlier. If you get Tragedy Overground against this guy, again, it's another one of those matches where all the big cards are higher than 4 energy. You can play with 1-drops.
I think this deck, if he's playing, I think is it the Pikuan or Paikuan Unison
Paikuan, really,
that gives the little boys
Yeah.
a buff, that would let him swing under
Exactly.
Overground.
So you got that, and then you got the leader also takes a life to buff them another 10k. So you can go. It makes those 25ks.
Yeah.
We know he's playing the Pycon. We saw it in the last little snippet of the last round we saw.
And I guess if you can get that sort of aggro off ASAP, that could be really beneficial against this SS4. It might not get going. I guess it would rely on Anthony having the beans available.
Limelight. I'm trying to pick the best deck to show. This must be Jason. But it's either Blue or King Vegeta. So yeah, no, I get you, man. That's 100%. That's fine. There was someone playing Jiren, right? That would be cool to see next round, maybe. I don't know if I just saw that Brandon Sassoli. It just depends how he's going and what he's playing against, though. It's cool to see this Black Gogeta. We've only seen a snippet of it. We haven't seen a whole game. So you can see him here tapping 1, playing the Unison, which this is the new Unison.
And I think that's really good, playing that on turn 1, because Anthony wants to swing into the leader. And so that's going to allow him to get his Unison out and start plussing up.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Because otherwise, if he swings into Unison with leader, I think even that leader needs to swing into leader to draw from memory. I think it might be one of those ones.
Yeah, it's good because he can get that out and start utilizing. Oh, there goes the Kai. I mean, this deck can run the old school set 3 Trunks SR. Power Overseeing Time, that brings back a card from your warp. So he can get that back with that. Just depends if he does play it.
I know that was a favourite of yours in Sin Shenron to grab Cell back.
Yeah, man. Ugh. I've used that in a lot of decks. A lot of decks that you drop your cards into the drop area, burst decks and things like that.
Yeah, I used to use it in remember when I was playing Surge Piccolo with King Vegeta that would negate all the skills and then go into the Victory Strike.
Yeah. So and you needed to get your Victory Strike back.
My opponent spent so much of their cards negging the Victory Strike and getting it down. He was playing against Baby. And then next turn I just did Power Overseeing Time and played it again. It was brutal. It's
one of those cards that it's still decent as a one-of in some decks. Like, it's actually not bad.
So we got the little guys out.
Double Striker. Comboing here. Just to combo out of the attack. And then has to tap down. I think he has to tap down that. Yeah, there you go. Galactic Buster, something like that. Hoping, so now that my Dark Broly deck is hit, going to have to see what tops before I buy another. Yeah, I mean, Dark Broly is not amazing. After that hit, I think it's still, people are saying like it can still work just as a Black Saiyan leader because they are good, but those 6-drop cards are now much less powerful. I personally think this Gogeta is very, very strong. And I think it can be one of the best black decks out since the ban, after the ban. Max is a good player as well, so it'll be good to see a good pilot.
And he's used to manipulating his drop and warp as well, because he was on Dark Broly for a very long time there.
Yeah.
So that's not something that's new to him.
Alexander Max, the player playing Gogeta now, used to play Dark Broly for a very long time. So he's moved on, obviously, to this.
I mean, when you bought the promos, you need the next black deck.
Dark Broly is still tier 1, trust me. Yeah, so I think Dark Broly is still good. That deck takes a lot. It's going to take banning the leader for it to go away. I really think
Yeah,
so.
it just keeps changing the style of play. Like, it can be played as a bit of a slower deck as well,
Yeah.
with the big 30k blockers and stuff. Like, and played a real control style.
You can make any deck control, though. I know you.
Remember when we were playing that at your place and you had that yellow baby that dual attack that's supposed to be super aggro went to like turn 7 or something?
Yeah, that's right. No matter
Oh,
what deck Simon plays, even if it's like the most aggressive deck ever, he plays at control. You could give him your hyper aggro deck and he would turn it into a control deck without changing any cards.
it's so hard to change your mindset of play though.
Yeah.
Especially if you're just picking the deck up without much practice. So Anthony's hasn't got much ramp in here. I think he's only been able to ramp 1 extra card, right? Oh no, 2 because Max went first.
Yeah. He got both of his ramps in, I believe. So Max able to awaken here on attack, I believe.
I think Anthony's just got to defend here. Hopefully he's drawn into a bean or something that's going to help against the leader and the unison buff on these little guys.
Already moved. Pure TCG already moved onto the new package in the deck. Hopefully people get to see it soon. A unison edition. There you go. Spice incoming from Pure TCG. And Alexander Coleman says, that's really good to know. The promos cost so much off TCG. Good to know I didn't waste my money. You'll see Dark Broly hanging around. I don't think it's as strong as it was before, but I don't think you can count it out at all. A lot of people are just like, nah, those cards got errated, it's no good anymore, and I don't agree with that.
I think the same with the King Vegeta deck. I think if you play it slow, it can be good as well. It's got some good cards it's got access to.
Yeah, you have to play it very differently. You can't play it... Just play it kind of how it was meant to be played.
That's what I mean, and originally that was pretty strong as well.
Yeah. So he's doing a fusion here. Oh no. I'm not sure. He was just counting something, who knows. So swinging in with the 1-drop skillless Vegeta.
I'm assuming it's got a buff on it. Oh, it might not because he might have buffed the other guys earlier.
It's still cool, because they become 20Ks with your Unison or your leader skill.
I think it only targets 2 guys though, right? It doesn't target all of them?
Correct, yeah, just 2.
And some of them have some pretty cool effects. But I don't think he's playing the ones that have the effects. I think he's playing a skillless one there at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, skillless. He's got that Unison I was talking about earlier. The Goku Junior, Vegeta Junior Unison. So you can get that out for 1 and play skillless cards. And it also buffs skillless 1-drops as well. So this is the first time I've seen anybody play this. I've always seen the other version.
And I guess that's good because he can... Because you can play that Pikachu Unison from the drop with that Kai card that he pulled out earlier.
The Kai promo.
And so he can play this one, get rid of the Pikachu, play 2 skillless, play that one, bring this guy back, and then buff. So I guess that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Really nice line.
But it doesn't matter if he uses that Unison and wipes his other one because he's got access to that card that lets him replay it.
So it looks like he's doing the minus. Yeah, playing the Gogeta. This is the barrier Gogeta that allows you... It's just a barrier 20k, and then you can tap 1 to play 2 1-drop a Goku and Vegeta Zeno from the walk.
Wow.
So you get a 20k. But attack, very aggressive here. This is very different to what we saw in Anthony Haynes' previous games. Because we saw him staying on really high life for a lot of the game, whereas he's already getting really pressured.
I don't recall seeing in Anthony's deck any mass board wipe though, so he might have a hard time getting rid of all
I mean,
these
Tragedy
cards.
Overground, right? But he needs to get to 9 energy for that.
Yeah, true.
So there you go. He was using the Kai to play the... that's the mirror. D Mookie, I'm really upset King Cold sucks in this new format, but hey, at least I built Cell Surge to make it enjoyable. I love Cell Surge. It's such a versatile leader.
I never got to play. I played against King Cold maybe 2 or 3 times, but never ever felt that strong. I don't know whether my opponents were just figuring it out or what.
Yeah, I feel
It
like
just
no
seemed
one
like
ever in our, like around our circles, really gave it enough time. Shay played it for a bit. I know, and it was strong, like, once you get the combos off, but he didn't stick with it for that long, so I feel like if you probably spent a lot more time tuning, it might be stronger, but I like the fact that you can kind of pop your field cards on your opponent's turn to KO cards and things like that. Pure TCG says it's more in line with other competitive black decks now. Yeah, I agree. You're bad.
you know what? Does Anthony play? I think Max has answers to it anyway. But I think from Anthony's list, I reckon he would have Goku striving to be the best, just shut off
Oof,
2 or less
such a
attackers.
good card. It would, yeah, but then, of course, Max, we saw previously, he plays the 6-drop,
Yeah, the barrier
the
removal.
barrier removal, so it wouldn't...
But I mean, after Tragedy Overground comes down,
Very true, very true. Tragedy
if he,
Overground
if he
into
gets Tragedy
striving to be the
Overground,
best.
then gets striving to be the best off, I don't think Max plays any 3 costs.
Yeah, that would just kill it. I don't think... I mean, I don't know if he plays striving to be the best. I feel like he wouldn't.
I think maybe on a list I saw quite a while ago, I think I saw it, but I don't think I saw it in the game before.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in the game we watched him play.
He
It's
could be
still an
just
awesome
playing it as a
card.
one of or two of, though.
Yeah. He's the Bojack
Particularly
coming
if
in.
he's playing it after he plays Overground, because he would play the 6 cost Vegeta that lets him really search for cards.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So there we go. Bottom decking one of the battle cards with Bojack.
Now, Max is tapped out here, so Anthony is probably going to try and clear the board a bit, or straight up play Overground.
He's got 5
I don't think he's charged
energy.
yet, though, has he?
Charged which?
I don't think he's
No,
charged
no.
yet.
So he's going into 6 probably. But then, what is he? He still needs 3 more energy to play Tragedy Overground. Oh, it looks like he
Oh, it's
has
not
charged.
6, is it? It's 9. You're
Yeah.
right.
What's the suck engine? He means the successor, like what it was made to play with, Cell Surge and the green yellow successor engine.
There was also a Giro deck that used to play androids out from the drop that were green 3 costs or yellow 3 costs that helped you get to your successor as well, I think.
Yeah, true, true. Dennis has seen people play the new play Gogeta Zeno and Black Skillless in the new Videl because she draws off the Skillless combo. I've seen people playing Black Gogeta Zeno in set 1 Golden Freezer. I saw someone
Boss,
posting that today. It looked really fun, man. Like it was green black. It looked
wow.
cool. Just those kind of, you would imagine dropping that Golden Freezer down, bang, and then coming out with black fucking Gogeta fusion.
Look, I would be really shocked if I was playing against. That's not what I would expect at all.
I think that's that Aiden guy who was in that poll today. So Anthony really needs to stall. You assume he obviously runs Hachiak, but he doesn't want to use that now. He's got a lot of energy up. Big hand as well for both players.
I'm just trying to rack my head about what Anthony would have had in his deck from last game that couldn't deal with this board at the moment without just burning through his whole hand.
You just wonder if Max is is aware that tragedy exists in this deck. You would assume he is. But if he's not, he might fall into the trap.
Because he would lose all his pieces then, because most of his pieces are on the board, you know?
Yeah, true.
And he's only got so many bursts with his leader left.
Aiden Azar, yeah. Yeah, that list, I saw it today. It looked so fun. I just love shit like that, random stuff. Alrighty, what do we got? So Boo on the field, able to untap. Buffing him up, interesting. Untapping the Innocent and a blue energy. So he's got 4 battle cards now. He was able to do a little bit of clearing. One battle card this turn gets to be bottom decked.
Got rid of the Unison as well.
Yes, true.
But Max could have that card that lets him recur 1 back out. I think he just drew into that promo Gogeta.
Which promo Gogeta?
The winners, the one that was the winners art that everyone's been
the really strong one.
I think it warps a card.
You know, there's 2 winner Gogetas, Super Saiyan 3. Like we needed that.
Really?
Yeah, there was one the set before as well. It's not as good. I've just got to cancel this eBay listing randomly before someone buys something that I've already sold. And then I get like a strike. One moment, please, caller.
Max seems to be doing a lot with very little energy here. I think he stopped charging at 3.
Soon he won't even need to charge because Tragedy will charge for him.
Straight to 12.
Black-red launch deck with the Gogeta Zeno and black skillless. Man, it's all sounding crazy. I love that the black Gogeta Zeno is just like the best card now and you can run it in any color.
I don't know if it is, to be honest. Like, I know that it's a nice card, but surely there's better stuff. I don't know.
It's just so powerful.
I think people just don't want to admit they might have lost some money on a card.
I spent so much money on it. Man, I spent so much money on the playset of those, so I can't talk.
It's like, I think I watched a video that someone was posting about ways to deal with King Vegeta, and one of their options was to buy a set of Striving to be the Best to just go in any deck and bottom deck the guy they put on your field. And I don't know whether it was leader locked or red locked or what, but I was like, yeah, just let's bump the price up even more.
But it's just like, it's so funny. Oh, there's the winner Gogeta. So strong. It's so funny that, you know, it reminds me of that baby 1-drop way to get rid of tokens.
Oh yeah, you just suck them up.
You just keep absorbing them. Just such a random card. So funny. Stuart plays 5-color launch. He really does, guys. Can hop into the Cyberman Discord server and watch tomorrow. I think Stu's going to be playing in our locals tomorrow. If you're from Australia, and you can come in and play as well if you like. I think this week's full, but maybe play next week. I'll put our Discord in the description.
Anthony looks just to be defending here as much as possible, using that Ultra Instinct or Ultra Instinct Kamehameha or whatever it's called. Such a good card for defense.
Oh man, that's annoying. I'm using 2 computers right now, and I tried to copy a link from one computer to the other and realized it didn't work, obviously, for obvious reasons. Hold on, guys. I'm going to drop our Discord link in the description. You can jump in there and watch some games tomorrow night if you like. We're not streaming, but you watch in Discord. Or you can come and play as well if you're from Australia. Where it's Australians only at the moment, just because it's hard to get prizing out overseas. But come and have a watch. I think this week's full, but again, links go up in there to register, so take a look. And of course, Genuine Collectables will be running another tourney. This is a weekly tournament league, so jump on their Facebook page, link in the description, and sign up for that. Win some money, get into the finals, win more money. Can't wait to play the new Super Saiyan 4 Bardock deck from the new anniversary box. Yeah, man. It looks pretty cool.
I've been doing some testing against it. It's got answers to pretty much everything. It's a bit crazy.
I just love the whole, charge in energy, especially that you can do it with that Roshi,
Yeah.
And do things but just for charging. It's crazy.
It's really, the deck is really rough on your unison, man. Oh, it's just clearing unisons left and right. It's tough.
Here he goes playing his Pycon.
I think these little guys have already got a buff from the leader, don't they? The guys that have swung.
I'm not sure. You need to take a life to do that leader buff.
Oh, okay. So maybe not.
I think
doing
he just
so much
that.
With so little energy.
Yeah, I think he just buffed that one drop. Probably.
Anthony's hands are getting a lot smaller now too. It was so big at the start of the turn.
Oof, going down to 2. So that was a rough turn. Going up to 6 energy here. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends if he can get his ramp through. If he's even going to try and ramp or if he's going to clear board again.
Yeah, I think he's in a pretty tough spot. It's like the reverse of his game versus Soul Striker.
Can't wait to run the Black X multi stuff in things that don't belong. Yes. Let's
they have really good
guys.
Effects. Really good effects. I like the green one, I think it is, that keeps taking markers off unisons. They've got a good counterplay as well.
He really is grasping at straws here, it seems. Interesting to see because, in the last 2 games, even though we only saw the last half of Anthony Haynes' first one, he's kind of been really quick and knowing exactly what he's doing. But here he's getting really stuck. You can just tell he's under a lot of pressure. Let's see. All right, everybody watching, do we want to see the final 2? So one of these guys here and probably a King Vegeta. Or do we want to see just a spicy round with the Jiren deck and things? So it'll be the final round. I will do a poll. Watch Jiren. Watch Top Table. Alright guys, vote for me. Let me know what you want to see. The option that wins out of the 2 here, I will pick for the last round after this round. So it's pretty even. Jiren, Top Table. Everybody get your votes in. So the top table is going to be either Gogeta or Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta against probably King Vegeta, just if I could hazard a guess. Back to the game, we got 7-drop Boo coming out off the 1-drop Boo skill. Ooh, that's a bit sucky. He wasn't able to see... Can't remember if it does it from the drop as well.
Oh, here we go.
It does.
Max is on 3 life. It's got triple strike, right?
Triple strike, dual
2
attack.
swings. And if Anthony's got some beans in hand, I think he's used a couple already this game.
This
go
might
in
be
for
a
game.
Come from behind win here. Very close. Everybody, make sure you vote. See what you want to see. Jump into the poll.
Do those black skillless, Sam? Do they have 0 cost combo power? Because that might hurt.
They have combo power because
I was
they
going to say,
specified
that
black.
might hurt Max's position here a little bit.
Yeah, so they do have combo power because they have specified black, so that's the balance.
Yeah.
But he seems to be going in for game here. Tapped out.
I mean, he's got another swing on top of this as well.
He does, yeah. Max showing his super combo in hand. Oh, is that the back? Yeah, I feel like he just showed off his super combo, whether on purpose or by accident.
I mean, a few little mind games don't hurt. And Max is playing a few unisons here as well. So he's probably playing quite a few because if he hits them on the warp, it's not very positive.
Yeah.
So he could draw into some dead cards off these super combos as well.
The fact that he's out comboing it, to me, means, unless he hasn't counted his hand, means he can get out of the first attack. Unless he's trying to see, obviously, what he gets off the super combo.
And I mean, you'd expect him to be running Power Burst with all the little 1-drops, because then he's plussing off it.
I did see a Power Burst, I'm pretty sure. But he... and this will get him down to... This will get him Sparking 5 as well. It's a very close race. Jiren is currently winning for the next round. If anybody just tuned in, we're doing a poll to see if you guys want to watch the Jiren player in the final round who is not undefeated, or the top table.
Now, if he does Power Burst and go down to 2 life, then he's got the Unison Swing. But it looks like he's out comboing again.
Oof, this might be rough for Anthony Hayne if Max gets out of this.
Well, I'm expecting to have a few Dimension Magics plus the leader, the Unison ability, so he might have a shot.
That's true. And he does have the blockers as well. I forget that Vegeta restands.
I couldn't tell that was the Vegeta. I'm used to seeing... I think that's the SPR version, isn't it?
That is, yeah.
All right, let's see what can do. Now, Max doesn't seem to have too many cards left in hand.
Yeah, he must have had to use a lot of hand there.
But you would think if Anthony had much combo power, he would have went in on that. So I'm suspecting he's going to have to Dimension Magic the first couple of swings to give him some energy to use, because I think he uses a couple of 10k.
He does have a fair few 10ks. You mean that Vegeta, the Android 17, the Boo is 10k as well. The baby Kanaka's 10k. Oh, there you go. That's what we're looking for.
This might be a come from behind, Sam.
And the fact that the removal for the Gogeta deck is that 6-drop Gogeta. It needs to attack to remove. He might run some other stuff, but it might be a bit harder to get rid of that Boo here. I can't see. Oh, that
was the little Unison, so he's going to play some more skillless, I reckon.
What does the -2 do, though?
Plays 2 skillless.
Isn't that just a 1-drop? That's -1 to play 2 skillless.
Oh, okay.
He's shuffling into deck. Oh, my eyeballs.
I'm not sure what else it does.
I've only ever used it to do the -1. I thought there was a +1 that buffed 2 1-drops or similar.
I was thinking he was going to play the 2 1-drops and have that as combo power for the next turn.
Yeah. It's a very big, well shuffled. It must be put 2 in and draw 2. Yeah, I feel like that was a very strong... that Hachiyak on that turn was very good. I don't know if he can remove Boo. If he can't remove Boo, it's going to be really hard. Just Overwhelm allows him to grab something back. That removes his Power Burst now, though, so he might not have had Power Burst. He did get the Kai Negate out, which can get rid of Boo, so there you go.
Yeah, the rough... I think he's in a rough position.
Playing a Unison. Didn't even bother with a marker now.
Max has recovered quite a bit in hand, it seems.
He's just trying to find defense, I guess.
I think Anthony's up to 7 energy, isn't he?
He is, I think. So he can potentially get Tragedy out.
Or Turning the Tide.
Why is he doing that? Oh, it's a draw. Yeah, fair. Oh, we drew into a super combo, showing us off there. So that was a good play.
I think he's going to go Turning the Tide into Boo.
-2 shuffle little lads. Yeah, so I've never done that. No one cares about Super Saiyan 4. Let's watch Jiren, yeah. Yeah, alright. Jiren's winning, so I think we're going to watch Jiren next round. I don't know who's playing Jiren or how well it's going, so you'll have to bear that in mind. I just saw that leader. We know that there's a Kai that will immediately get rid of that Boo.
The Warp Kai. Does he have 2 open, though? It needs 2 energy, right?
Just 1. It's a 3 cost that gets reduced to 1 if you have a certain amount of cards in Warp.
I think it gets reduced to 2, man.
You can
Could be wrong.
Look it up. I think you're wrong.
I usually am. Never look here.
But it doesn't matter anymore anyway, because Turning the Tide has just...
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. I don't think any of those guys are blockers, are they?
No, I believe. Don't think so. It really doesn't look like there's much you can do.
And does he have the 3 triples? Because he's got the 2 triples, then he can use Tide to get him down to 2 and then go in on the Boo.
Yeah, exactly. And that's game.
Game.
Same for Vegeta with the win. Anthony
Wow, that
Hayne is
came
in
out
the
of
final.
nowhere. Came out of nowhere.
Am I wrong?
What's that?
Will's saying I'm wrong. I don't know who's wrong. Or maybe you're wrong.
I hope I'm right for once.
You might be right. I swear it reduces it by 2, but anyway. I'm going to end the poll there. So Jiren has won. We will be watching Jiren
Party.
in the next round. Jason, if you're watching this, Jiren on table 1 next round, please. Let's see if we can't find...
What do you reckon? Was Anthony sweating there for a little bit? I think so.
Yeah, I reckon until he might... I mean, maybe not. Maybe he was just like, yeah, I've got this hatch in my back pocket. I'm sweet.
Yeah, that's true. He may have had that from the start of the game.
Quite possible. Let's have a look at room 3. Give me one moment to get that up on screen for everybody. King Vegeta versus another Gogeta Zeno. So I have a feeling this could be the other undefeated match. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, my neck. Sam is right in this case. Yeah, Kai costs 1 when reduced. Told ya. I don't care if Jiren isn't top tier, but Jiren is my main deck of choice. Would you like the dessert menu? I love it. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, Jiren's a cool deck, man, and I know I don't know if Shay's still watching, but Shay loves Jiren as well, so it'll be good to get someone on. I'm not sure who's playing again, so who knows, if what kind of build it's going to be, the skill levels and everything else, but it'll be cool to see. I'm so close to having it max rarity, just missing a couple of pre-release cards. Yeah, Ryan's undefeated. So Ryan is playing for the getting into the final here. And then the next round is playing for cash, cold hard cash. But we're not going to be watching that one. Sorry, guys. We're going to be watching Jiren, which I am so happy that you guys voted for that, by the way. I would much rather watch that than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta versus whatever.
And I mean, Ryan has been showcased on stream, and so has Anthony now. So
exactly. Well, we don't know that Ryan's winning. To be fair,
you're just assuming. I just read on the YouTube that he's undefeated, so assumed that he's already won. But clearly,
this is Ryan on screen here. But it's very close. It looks very close.
I'd like to know how many markers Jono's got on that Mirror Unison, because he's got 1 underneath it, so it must be up a little bit.
Yeah, I can't see. Maybe 2? I have no idea. Here comes the Vegeta promo. Would you like the dessert menu? I love it. Oh my god. And here's Crown of Retribution.
Such a good card. That was brought out back when, though, that counterplay meta really started with the green Vegeta card.
Yeah,
made you one.
Yeah.
And it was really just to force you to play that against Crown instead of having a card ripped out of your hand.
Vegeta the Cruel.
It's a really good answer to that meta.
How good was Vegeta the Cruel and Champa the Trickster?
So quality.
What is he doing here? Oh my god. I'm like, Black doesn't have counterplays? Yes, it does. Super Kamehameha. That was a good play.
Wow, I wasn't ready for that.
Those are still decent. You just need to be at 4 life, which is annoying. But still pretty good. Don't you love using Brainwash no more against Mirror Unison and Double Strike? I do.
Brainwash is such a good card.
Yeah, man.
I remember when you were playing the Cell with Victory Strike in it, that regional, and that I think you were against Dark Broly in the final, and he just never saw it.
Yeah, well, he actually, I think he comboed one off towards the start of the match. I don't know why. Or maybe he bursted or something, with his leader.
Yeah.
And I saw it, so I was so scared. But I knew that I was dead next turn. So I'm like, remember I was just taking pot shots at his hand, like ripping cards out, trying to snipe the Brainwashed. Lucky he didn't have it, otherwise that wasn't my win.
Gotta take the risk.
Yeah. You would never have done it, Simon. You would have been like, I'll control for 73 more turns before I do that.
That's true.
Brings back some bad memories. Vegeta the Cruel. I love that card, man.
It was so good.
180k double strike for game. Tap 1 to activate battle. Take 1 life. Or crit 1 life. Yep, see ya. What Simon was talking about is I was playing that Cell Surge Victory Strike that was like around for a few seconds before Hope of Universe 7 got limited, and I was in the final of the Oceania Regional and against Dark Broly, and I just had to hope that he didn't have Brainwashed, because otherwise I was dead next turn, and he didn't, and I got that Victory Strike through, and it was good. Such a scary card though. And I'm glad that things like that exist. I feel like there should be something like that for other colours.
Yeah, it just makes you more cautious.
Yeah. Swinging in with the unison. I can't tell if they're just sitting still or if their screens are kind of freezing up.
Yeah, I think their connections are a little bit bad at the moment. Or Discord.
Comboing with a Cyberman token.
I think Jono's got like maybe 4 cards in hand, is that right? Maybe a few more.
I think he's got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
5 maybe. I don't know.
Do we know what life he's on? It looks like 3.
Yeah, I think he's on 3, and obviously Ryan's on 2. Very easy to see that one. Comboing with 2 battle cards.
Looks like Jono's... Is that Rebello up the top there that's out of the game?
There's a Gogeta winner card.
I can't see. It's really blurry. Oh, yeah, it's Gogeta. I thought it was all the way up the top there because he'd removed it
There's
from
no
game.
way he runs Rebello in this. No way.
I was just wondering because I was like, why is it up so high against the top of the table?
Yeah, no. Yellow has Vegeta's Final Flash. Yeah, it only works on battle cards. Yeah, Godstrike Beerus is for any color pretty much.
That used to be the go-to card.
But there was just like none of those things that you mentioned, like Vegeta's Final Flash or Godstrike Beerus or the one that negates a keyword skill. They don't affect Victory Strike. Not that we see it a lot, but his skills can't be negated, so it wouldn't stop that. Only Brainwash No More stops it. Or a blocker.
Nice little blocker.
I'm really not following what's going on. Why is there an upside down card in Jono's battle area? Is that a token or something?
I can't figure it out.
I didn't even watch. He used Heron's Lineage. Sick.
Ah.
That's awesome. Bloody hell. Was not paying attention.
So that Gogeta up the top was just there for him to use for Heroin's Lineage?
Yeah, there's definitely lots of cards that do similar things. That negate skills and do things like that. Very strong. So I don't know what he stole with Heroin's Lineage.
The dual attack Bardock.
Yeah, true.
Now, does it leave at the end of the turn?
It still leaves, yeah. I believe so. But, yeah, interesting. Is that the Borgos he's going in with? 2 super combos. I feel like he's on 2 life. Why is he going in so hard?
Yeah, Alexander, it doesn't have barrier, so I think it does bounce it.
Alexander, can the Kai negate stop it?
The one you were talking about earlier that warps a battle card.
Can it stop what?
The Victory Strike.
Yeah, it can. It looks like he's going... there you go. Ryan takes the win. So Ryan is undefeated. The final round will be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus King Vegeta. But we're going to be watching Jiren versus TBA, which is going to be really cool to see.
Big boy Jiren. And we get to see my favourite card, the little Jiren with the orange robe. So cute.
Yeah, that's such a cool card. What about the beanie Jiren?
I'm not a fan of him. I like the guy with the orange coat.
Of course you do. He's smaller, younger, cuter. Yeah, Mafuba stops it as well. There's a bunch of things that stop it. There's that good old Gohan. Remember the 2-drop Gohan negate? It's like from set 2 or something. 2 cost.
Oh yeah, that KO's a card. You've got to discard one as well.
That works. And Kakunsa also, and the Zeno Champion Pack, which is pretty random and not many people play it, but I've always loved that card. That comes in and KO's a battle card as well.
It's green, right? Isn't it? And
It's
gets
green, but
cost reduced.
if you use it in a Unison deck, it removes specified cost, and
That's right.
in a Universe 7 deck, sorry, or a Universe deck, and gets reduced by 1, I believe, so it's 2 energy. Let's see. We are just waiting. I'm going to put it back on our beautiful faces. Every time I do this, I realize how much I need a haircut. Insane. I shaved as well. Bloody hell. Can you believe it? That beard. I've had that beard for over a year and it's gone. There's a Zarbon that does the same thing. Yeah, there's that. That was that Zarbon from the set with the Ginyu Force. Fat boy Zarbon. I know someone that looks like that Zarbon. I swear. And like, I call them Zarbon. It's pretty rude, mean, but anyway. I call it to their face, so it's fair. They're not.
Do they know? Have they seen the show, Sam?
They don't know what I'm talking about. But you know how, like, the angry fat Zarbon, they just have the same face. What are we looking at now? So it looks like there's still one game going on, but it should be about to finish.
Is there? Because I don't see 2 cameras on.
On room 7.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
I'm not going there though.
I think they're just getting called for time now.
Yeah, it's about to finish. I'm gonna set up room 1 again, everybody. Bear with me for one moment. Won't be very long. We'll be back in probably a minute or 2. Yeah, I mean Zarbon's transformation. Victory over Beauty, I believe was the name.
Yes.
Oh, Rick's still there. You know what? You can chat to Rick. Rick's on stream. I will be back in a moment. Just going to fill up my glass of water. You're still on stream, Simon.
How you going, Rick? Rick's the man with the product. So I think we've got Jiren coming up next. I don't think there's been pairings reported yet. I'll just have a little look and see if we can find out who they're playing against. Hopefully everyone's excited for Jiren. I'm really keen to see it go. It's got some really cool effects. Got round 4 up now. And we've got Brewer against Brandon. So that's going to be the King Vegeta we saw from round 1 with the versus the Jiren. So that'll be a cool match. And give Brewer a second chance. Shine.
All right. Let's get
it's Brewer's the Soul Striker. My bad. It was Tyson that was the King Vegeta on round 1.
I'd rather watch Soul Striker, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, well, we've got Jiren versus Soul Striker, so we get to see what the Bojack deck does without it getting locked down, and we get to see Jiren, so it looks like lots of fun.
So here's Brewer with his Soul Striker. Jiren should be on momentarily. Yeah, the boys. What's up, Rick? How's it going, mate? Spot the Aussie. And here we go. Jiren in the house. Brandon on Jiren versus Brewer on Soul Striker.
That's a very clean mat.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's cool. Oh, this is the Wollongong store, is it? Is it Grim Gaming or something?
Oh yeah. What's it called? I know. I'll have a look.
It's a really nice looking mat. I like it.
It almost looks like it's like one of those hard mouse pads. It doesn't even look like it doesn't look like material to me. It looks really like solid.
Yeah, I get you. Is that Grimora Gaming? It looks like
Grim Dark Gaming.
Grim Dark. Sorry. I'm playing in their tournament they're having.
Yeah, same. Should be a bit of
Nice.
fun. I
Two
think they're trying to
ones.
get
That's a feel
DBS
bad.
started up. Snake Eyes. Look out. That's what I roll every time I play.
I roll that. I roll the best when it's friendlies. I roll
Yeah,
two sixes, but then when it's a tournament, yeah, 1 and 2.
it's gotten chronic as of late. Like like on Untap, I'm hitting 20 and 19 every time. In person, it's like 2, 3. Brutal.
All right, putting another poll up for you guys. Who do you think is going to take the win on this match? Jiren or Soul Striker?
I have a feeling that because you said the Bojack when it comes into play removes something, doesn't it?
It bottom decks something, yeah.
Yeah, so that could be a bit rough against the big Jiren.
That's true. At least, I mean, we know the 5 cost can resist being removed once. But the big one doesn't have that luxury, I don't think. Looks like Soul Striker's the favourite here. I really think Soul Striker's probably the bet for me. Just going off the power of the decks. But that doesn't mean that Jiren can't take it out. I played against Jiren. Shay plays Jiren. And it
can be really oppressive on turn 3, Sam.
Yeah, it can be really powerful.
Especially if you do some sort of play and tap out.
Yeah, like, I think if you kind of underestimate Jiren, it can really stuff you up. But as long as you're defensive, oh, look at that guy.
That's a surprising card. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, Unbreakable. Haven't seen that in a long time. That was I think the last time we saw it was Tricolor Jiren. Janemba.
Oh, they were using it in the European version of that Android 18 mil as well that some people were throwing around.
Huh. Interesting.
From memory, they were playing a heap of those pseudo combos.
I mean, they're still decent in a defensive deck as long as you do have a lot of energy to use. You wouldn't expect here with a red deck having that much energy to throw around, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm really surprised because when I've played against Jiren, they're often very tapped out.
Grimdark's on the chat. Hey, no stream sniping. Oh, you can't see it anyway. You can't see their hands. Yeah, so go for it. We love Jiren. We love Grimdark. Take it out. Topo +1, end of turn, play a 1-drop Crown of Retribution. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder if he plays Crown. There's your boy.
Yeah, a little boy. Isn't he a cutie?
He's so cute.
You can barely see over the text, mate. Give him a chance. Got his blankie.
Baby Jiren. That's the new one.
Yeah.
Baby Garlic. Baby Yoda.
Yep. All of them. This Topo Unison, from memory, it does some pretty cool things. I think Minnow was playing this last week in the locals.
Yeah.
And from memory, it had some pretty cool effects. I can't quite remember what they are. Let me have a little look here and see if I can find it.
So I think he allows you to play a 1-drop. And that is the extent of my knowledge. Only because someone said it in the chat. Because Shay plays... he does play the Topo, I think, but he also plays the Piccolo Jr.
All right,
Unison.
Here we go. So once per turn, if one of your red battle cards evolves, this card gets 5k and add a marker to it, which is pretty cool. And remember, Jiren can evolve on the opponent's turn, right?
Yep. So you can do it both turns. And his evolve is free as well, the first evolve.
So his +1 is at the end of the turn. Choose one red battle card with an energy cost of 1 in your hand and play it in rest mode. Pretty cool, because that becomes fuel for your evolves. And then this is the one I was talking about, -7. If your opponent has 3 or more life, deal 1 damage to them. Pretty cool.
That is cool, but I feel like getting to 7 is not that easy. Why didn't he +1 at the end of the turn? Is what I want to know. But he has 2 evolve one drops to evolve on top. We saw him grab a 4 cost out of the deck.
Yeah,
as
maybe
well, so
he just forgot to do the +1.
Yeah, he might have forgotten.
He's playing the 1-drop red. Is it Tupper?
That
He gives
is...
the little guy's barrier.
It's not Tupper.
I can't remember which one that
I can't remember
guy
his name. But yeah, he's the one that gives all the other U7, U11 red 1-drops barrier. Or it might not even be red, just U11 1-drops, but it doesn't give himself barrier. Why can't I remember his name? So annoying.
I got nothing. I'm drawing blanks.
Tupper is the one that looks like a square head.
Yes.
Like Tupperware. I don't know if that's where they connect that dot, but anyway.
I think it is. Utensils.
Yeah.
Kunshi. Wheels on the money.
Yeah. Kind of looks like he's whiffing. He's not getting what he needs here.
Yeah, I feel like not plussing up that unison has really hurt him because that's kind of like one of his free play engines for the rest of the game.
I think he did the top 5 off the leader and whiffed as well, which is unfortunate because you have to take a life to do that.
Yeah, I think you've got to play quite a few U11 cards to make sure that you don't whiff because it's too risky otherwise. Because I don't think the leader pluses without getting that skill off.
Kunshi, little barrier ladders, Kunshi. Let's go, boys. Rick. Sorry, I couldn't join the call the other day, Rick. My wife's got a really sore back at the moment. She can't go to her bloody Cairo. Or she is going to it now, but she didn't want to go because of COVID and shit. So I was giving her a massage. As you do.
So this little 1-drop's pretty cool. Obviously draws a card when it gets played, but it's got a limit that says if your leader card's U11, you choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. Place this card at the bottom of the deck from your drop area, so he gets an effect when he's in the drop area. Add up to 1 red Jiren with an energy cost of 5 or less and evolve from your deck and then shuffle it. So that's pretty cool. He gets an added effect when he goes to the drop area.
Into the drop.
And I believe that the big Jiren discards cards from underneath him in order to restand.
Yeah, he does.
Memory,
yeah, so the more
and so
cards
you can
underneath
dump him in. Yeah, you can dump him into the drop and then use his ability.
So is that 5-drop Jiren, is that the promo? I think it must be, because the promo 5-drop allows you to evolve straight on a 1-drop. Meaning you can get to the big Jiren more quickly. Because the set 5-drop makes you evolve on a 4-drop. So you have to go into the 4 first.
Yeah,
and go to the 5.
The promo evolves onto a 1 cost.
Yeah. Unlucky. I mean, he's got him down to 4 before he was able to get his unison awaken. It's not too bad. I feel like you can be feel kind of safe tapping out against Soul Striker as well on turn 3. Most he's going to do is play a unison, and you've seen him combo that ape in there, so he might be trying to draw.
I'm anticipating playing Baby Unison here.
Yeah, I feel like he probably will.
If he uses Sane Instincts, then I'd say he doesn't have the Unison in hand.
Well, he might use the Unison and then use Sane Instincts after attacking, maybe. But there's the Unison. Plussing and then drawing. Jiren
Now,
needs to awaken. Hey?
heroic prospects here can hurt Jiren really bad.
Yeah, that's true. So he might, play the Unison, +1, attack, untap, and then leave it.
Yeah, I reckon he'll leave it and use heroic prospects. But after this, a lot of people are saying they're not playing many heroic prospects these days. They're just playing it at 1 or 2. I think the card's great.
You don't play it in that Zamasu though, right?
No.
Because you're going with a 4-cost Unison. You need a Unison out for it
That's
to be worth
right.
playing.
Only if you've got a little Unison. Best one's that Android 18 with the free Unison off a clone token.
I love that Android 18 counterplay as well.
Oh, it's so good.
So there you go. Attacking to untap. Leaving it at 15.
Passing turn.
Did he pass?
Yeah. I reckon he's definitely got... Oh no, maybe he just said...
He was just leaving it at 15k into the 4-drop.
Really looked like he passed turn.
Jiren needs to awaken to start utilizing his leader more effectively, because the leader starts buffing itself and all that.
From memory, the leader needs to the big 8-drop Jiren. I think it needs you to be on 3 energy to play it. So he's probably saving that awaken to use it once he gets to 3 energy.
Yeah, true. So I really like that. The promo seems to make it really good. Like, just give it an extra boost.
Yeah, for sure.
The fact that you can skip the 4-drop is very strong.
And if you had the Unison out, it would have been getting 5k buffs from both of those evolves,
Tapping 1. Ooh, here we go. Spirit boost.
That's interesting.
Double strike, Tapion. So you have to spirit boost 1, I think. Yeah. Draw a card, and then he's a double striker as well. But the question is, is he? I think he might still be attacking the battle cards. I would just take, because if you're Jiren, you just take the double strike. So he had to use a lot of attacks just to get rid of that one card, though.
I'm surprised. I would have tried to keep that around just to try and get the Unison down.
Yeah. He's already comboed off two battle cards to protect it. Might as well do. But then he'd have to do another 2 or a super combo to stop at that time, because that's a 20k.
Fair. Another Quincy and energy.
So we got 72% of the vote says Soul Striker.
No faith in Jiren. Jiren could take it right here, right now.
I still think it's anyone's match right now.
But you got to remember the God Ceiling's also in play at this point.
Yeah.
And nothing in the Jiren chain
has deflect.
But at the same time, if he hits the 8-drop, because the 8-drop costs 2 to evolve, he could hit it on the first one, but then he can't play counters for the turn. He can maybe he can somehow self-awaken, untap 2 and play it again, maybe.
He just whiffed again off that leader. So he hasn't got the plus off the leader skill at all this game.
That's crazy. It's really surprising.
It's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, he's really stuck there being at 5 life. Ooh.
If he goes into the 8-drop here and he gets God Sealed, it just goes back to hand and the guys still stay on the field, don't they?
They do, yeah. I mean, that's a dual attack, but he can potentially attack the Unison twice. If he doesn't negate any attacks, which is unlikely, You can attack it twice and then attack with leader, get it down to 1. Play the Jiren and then use the cards underneath to restand it. But it's not, that's not ideal.
Optimal.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Comboing with the Bojack Brigade.
I'm really surprised he attacked the leader here. That Unison's going to play havoc with the God Sealing and the Heroic Prospects.
Yeah, he shouldn't have attacked leader. I mean, he might have just... I don't know what he's doing.
At the same time, he could... Brewer can just swap it out for the 4-cost Unison next turn and then bounce
He might be like trying to go for game this turn, and that's why he's attacking Unison.
Hmm.
I mean, that's why he's attacking leader. You know what I mean? I'm tired.
Yeah. My eyes are struggling looking at this little laptop screen.
I sit in this room all day working. So
And now you sit all night streaming.
Yeah. No, it's good to see some games. I can't wait for next week's tournaments. For our tournament tomorrow, the ban list is in effect, which is going to be good. So we're going to see some different stuff. Really thinking what he's going to do here. So attacking the second attack with the Jiren.
Maybe he thinks Brewer might not God Seal if it comes in rest mode.
Yeah, I feel like you do it no matter what. If he has God Sealing, you do it no matter what. Surely. Because you're tapping energy for it.
Not if he's got removal next turn.
Wow, that's a fucking classic.
Jeez. So that doesn't hit guys with blocker, though.
It doesn't, but that guy doesn't have blocker, so it's fine. But it's just such a classic card. He's a double striker. Should have done that first, and then swung into the Unison. Dimension Magic. Man, I haven't seen that card in ages. That used to be MVP.
It used to be mandatory.
Yeah. Classic. I can't even remember what it's called. Another 1-drop Jiren here. This is the Searcher, I believe.
Yeah, but...
Seeing some classic cards here. With the Unbreakable in energy and that Mars Saiyan. That was the first Overwhelm cards.
Alright, so that little guy has a permanent that gives Jirens with an original energy cost of 4 in your hand, EX Evolve for 3.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a way of including the older Jirens, but no one's going to play them really anyway. And that is passing turn. I feel like no one expected this from this game, to see these cards. Remember, I wish I wasn't even playing at the time that card came out. When they were the first Overwhelm cards to ever come into the game.
Yeah, it was. That's why no one knows what the name is. You just used to call it Mars Saiyan because it was the only one.
Yeah, it was the expansion before set 3, so that was just like
there was
set 2.
There was 2 expansions that came out. One was Heroes and one was Villains or something like that.
The Heroes one was terrible.
Yeah, it had like the little green Gotens and things in it.
Yeah.
I mean, people used to run them in the original Cell deck where you would bottom deck one, put one under, draw 2 leader.
Yeah.
Some people would play the Gotens in that.
I've played that leader since. I've played that after Cell got limited, I played that with the 5-drop and the field card. That was fun.
Yeah. And I mean, that was when Time Patrol Trunks came out the first time as well.
Yeah.
And he was almost mandatory in every deck as well.
Yeah, Time Patrol Trunks was so good until they brought out the Bardock,
Yeah.
And the other Trunks that draws to Warp 1. And then there was that Kai as well, the Kai overall.
I think the Trunks bottom decked a card though, didn't it?
Yeah, the Trunks let you look at the top two, pick one, and put the other one on the bottom or something.
Yeah, and I think you could use that with the original Trunks Future package that would look at the bottom and see if it's a Vegeta or something like that.
Yeah. Wow, classic.
Those were the days, Sam. There was a four cost critical 15k, I think it was. It was like $80. It was a promo.
Which one?
It was a Sun Gohan Childhood. I think it would cost 4. It was 15k crit.
Yeah, that card is like worth heaps now, the Judge version.
Ugh, it was crazy.
It's a nice looking card though, the artwork's nice. And I remember that people were saying that Goku, I think there was like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku promo or something that was worth heaps as well.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
A red one, and you could chain attack into it. It was like, when you play this card, your leader gets plus 5k or something weird.
I can't remember that one.
The undefeated has been decided. Tell us who won. Who won the money? How many cards in Soul Striker's hand? And a lot. Next time he picks it up, let's see if we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot. I don't know.
All right, let's see what Jiren can do here. Hopefully he can put in some work, but you're going to sit on the field, 4 open energy. It's going to be tough to get something off here. Especially with the Bojack. Can the Bojack hit the big Jiren or one of these Jirens and get rid of it before it can evolve?
The Bojack, when it comes out, it can bottom deck 1. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that 5-drop Jiren doesn't have protection like the other 5-drop does. The set 5-drop can remove a card underneath or 2 cards underneath to stop it from being removed from the battle area. But this is the promo. I don't think it has that protection. King Vegeta beat Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta did not draw well. Good last hurrah for King Vegeta pre-ban. There you go. So,
wow.
Congrats to Ryan Aquilina. He took it out.
I really liked his build with the Jiren.
Yeah, it was well played. The tournament, the matches we saw, he played really well, methodically. I think it was a worthy win. Very good. Whoa.
Oh, another little one boy.
I know we know he has an 8-drop in hand, but I assume we know like he's just worried about God Sealing, obviously.
There comes to a point in time though where you've got to just bait the God Sealings out enough time until they're all gone.
Agreed. He still hasn't awoken yet either.
If he's got 4 energy, he can do it twice. So if he could get the God Seal, could get it off this turn, but he'd be tapped out then. I don't think Jiren untaps 2. I think it untaps 1, right?
Yeah, and I don't think I feel like tapping out against this is not a good idea for next turn.
Neither.
But you know, he's got the 2 1-drops. He could play, I don't know what is in his hand, but if he has like the 4-drops in hand, he can get free attacks out at least to start swinging. I don't know. The Unison's probably at 6. I don't think he's going to be able to get that down, but he can at least swing for life and try and bait out some negates and things like that. Here comes Bojack. He's going to put that 5-drop in the deck, I believe.
Got tap 4 though, right?
Correct, yeah. I mean, that 5-drop is a free EX evolve, I think, so it's not
if he's tapping 4 for it, could be worth double trying to get into the... Oh no, he won't be able to. I was going to say, if he still had that other guy on board, he could use the 8-drop Jiren twice.
The thing is, that Bojack, when your opponent attacks, I think you tap down one of their energy and untap one of yours.
Oh, rough. That's so good.
So that like stops him from doing the double as well. So yeah, he's just explaining that now. Jiren plays kind of stuck.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard place. I think the only way forward is for him to try and bait out the god ceilings and get the 8-drop Jiren down without having the 4-cost Boo Unison in play that can get rid of the Jiren as well.
Imagine he's spent all his time trying to get rid of the Unison and then he plays the next Unison the next turn. That would be
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of not worth doing. Oh, he comboed off a God Ceiling. That's just like a slap in the face right there.
He's got like, you'd have it like two more in hand probably at this point.
Yeah, for sure. He's just like, yep, I got this. What are you going to do?
Because he would have for sure mulligan for that. Like, I know I'll be mulliganing for that as well as the baby Unison.
Yeah.
You just need to have that in hand for that turn.
Oof. Another one drop. I feel like that's got to be the last one.
Maybe that's why he was whipping so hard. They were all in hand.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's that fine line between wanting one and needing to keep the rest in your deck when you're mulliganing.
What is happening? So he's got the EX Evolve 4-drop here.
Okay, so he used the ability from the drop area. He didn't have it in hand. So he was reusing it.
Didn't he tap an energy though? Or does it cost an energy to do? EX Evolve. No God Ceiling on that. Which is smart. Here's the 8-drop.
Yeah, you got to bait it out.
If he comboed off his God Ceiling and he doesn't have one, it's the biggest joke, but I'm sure he does.
You'd have to.
What is he reading though? There you go. Yeah. They might be seeing if the stuff underneath goes away. It definitely doesn't.
No, because it gets returned to the hand instead.
Yeah. It's got to feel bad. He's like not happy with that, which is fair. I know.
I mean, he's got to start baiting it out because you know that 2's gone now.
Yeah, well, you have to. What else can you do? And I feel like he needs to have a negate in hand and just not attack anymore. Not use his energy.
The problem's going to be, though, by the time he baits the God Ceilings out, he's going to have probably Boo Unison on board that can bounce it as soon as it swings.
Yeah, exactly right. He couldn't attack there because... even the Unison, because he would tap down his last energy.
From the Bojack.
So it'd be nice if he has a Violent Raise. Stop that Bojack from attacking, dual attack, double strike, and whatever else comes out. And that Bojack skill where it taps down energy, it needs to be in rest mode, I think. So if he
gets the Violent Raise off the leader or something, he's not going to be able to get it down. That's not smart.
Well, even if he Violent Raises the Bojack as well, because the Bojack's dual attack, so it restands, and then he wouldn't be able to attack again.
Ah, nice.
But with I'm not sure. I feel like Brandon might be a player, maybe an older player who used to play and has come back. That or a new player. just because of the choices of like that Marseille, for example.
And the Unbreakables.
Yeah. Usually players who used to play will have those. Not common for newer players to have them.
I think that store's starting DBS back up again, so that kind of fits with that idea.
So it just makes me think he may not have Violent Rays, but he did have the Jiren promo. It'd be a nice one to hit the Unison attack with it as well. Should not have forgot that damn Unison tick up. Yeah, we were like, oh man.
100%.
Did he not do that? Like, what happened? So, yeah, you did forget. Damn it, man. That sucks.
Oh, that's what we thought.
I really think he's old and came back. Yeah. So yeah, we can tell that he seems like he knows what he's doing in terms of playing the game, but he's not that familiar with the newer cards. So yeah, you can tell that he's like an older player that has come back into the game. It's kind of a shock when you come back into it after having a break with how much it's changed and the power creep and everything.
And all the new effects, my goodness. It's
Imagine
a lot to
getting God Sealing for the first time. It'd feel really bad. You're like, you did what? Looks like he's gonna combo. Oh, interesting. Oh, no, you can't use that.
What is that?
I don't know if Will's watching. At all costs Vegeta, that was good. He can't use that card because it has Spirit Boost. Even though it's Spirit Boost X, you cannot activate a Spirit Boost card without having Unison in play. Because you even to choose 0, part of the cost is having Unison in play. If you're watching Will, that's something to check with them. First deck when you got back was Frieza hand control. Man, that went mental for a sec, eh? That Frieza hand control.
That was brutal.
Yeah, I much prefer the old style. I loved this game back before. I've always said it, before multicolor became a thing. That's my favorite. You know, I know there were some shit decks around, but just before the whole multicolor thing, I've preferred the game then. Will's jumping in. He's probably going to chat to him. Chat to them. So yeah, if anybody's not aware, any cards that have Spirit Boost, even if they're Spirit Boost X, they need to have a Unison card in play to use them. Even if you choose 0, it still has to have a Unison in play, because part of Spirit Boost is choosing the Unison, even if you choose 0 markers. Something that makes cards like this not as good, depending on what deck you're playing. In blue, you usually always have a Unison, but I personally really don't like this card. The only deck I would run it in is potentially Cooler, and even then, probably not. Maybe in the side or one of or something.
I feel for Spirit Boost decks, you've really got to have the +2 effect going on.
Yeah, for sure. +2, or you can have those other cards that allow you to put plus markers.
Super combos.
Yeah. There's those new super combos or whatever they are.
Maybe you are allowed to play it, because Will's left and it's still on the field.
You definitely aren't, because I've seen them talking about it in the judge group. And Eric, good old Eric, big man Eric, has said you can't. So I believe him whenever he says anything.
He knows every rule.
Yeah, it can be Spirit Boosted for X, but you still need a Unison, because Spirit Boost says choose a Unison and removed X markers from it. So you can't choose the Unison. But that's fine. I mean, honestly, it's not going to affect the game too much. I'll happily share that ruling with you guys if you like. I'll find it. Judge group.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got to choose a Unison before you can remove the markers,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Exactly right. Spirit.
So we've got potential game going on here.
You're going to have to... I'm not looking at it, so...
We've got 30, 40, 55k double the leader. I think that's going to be almost up to the number of cards required based on the size of the Duran's hand.
I'm sharing... I'm going to upload a link.
Oh, rough. Got Freeze's Death Ball coming in. I think it gives a plus 15k and negs 10k from the base.
Freeze's Death Ball is a great card.
Does he have some way of negging it another 10 and getting it off the board completely? I don't think so.
I'm just going to upload this ruling for you guys. Ah, please whitelist us. I already did.
So,
and good old Gary
Another
Baker is
super
the
combo.
one asking about it as well.
And looks like he gets out with the Freezer's Death Ball. Such a good card.
I love that card, man. It's still really, really good.
Freezer Prison's back. Could be good in it. With the new super combo.
I remember when Shay played Freezer Prison at a regionals once, or at
Yes,
something.
I remember that. That was when we won one of the Team Wars events. He was playing it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right. We did. Oh, we didn't win. I didn't win. Your team won, did you?
Yeah, we won.
Because I was playing
Cyberman B won.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. God, it's taking so long for me to get this fucking ruling for you, but I promise it's coming up in a sec.
So we're going in with double on the second swing, up to 30, 40. I think Freezer's Death Ball only lasts for the battle, so that's probably no longer in effect.
So they have ruled it. You can Spirit Boost for 0, but part of the Spirit Boost skill means you have to choose a unison. So I'm just going to link. Here's the link for you. Took me a while to get there, but have a look. David Fashbinder confirming.
They won't let you in the judge
X counters.
Group. They won't let Will in the judge group. I'm in the judge group.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's so random because when the judge group first happened, they were so strict. And then all of a sudden they started letting random people in, like you, Simon.
No, I passed the test.
Yeah, there you go. So there's like random people who... But Dylan's in it.
Oh, really? I don't think Dylan ever did the test, did he?
No, I don't know.
I did the test way back when it was so hard to do.
Oof.
Because you had to like spoof your location or something.
So he was able to combo out of that.
I don't think it's going to impact the game too much, having used that. It's just like a bean effect, isn't it?
What it does is it minuses 5k from the attacking card.
Okay, so like a reverse bean.
Spirit Boost X, remove the amount of markers to minus 5k extra for each marker on another card or the card that attacked. Feel bad. I should have I don't know if they're talking about it, but I should have said that ruling afterwards. After the game. Anyway.
Yeah, fine. I mean, the decision was already made. You can't retrospectively go back, I don't think. But it's up to...
What's that card in his 30 combo? That was I haven't seen that.
Which one?
It's underneath there somewhere. Doesn't matter. Will's not my judge. Nah, these new cards have the most ridiculous rulings. So it's easy to, and especially if you're not, I wouldn't know that. I had to look it up in the judge group. That's why I know.
And neither of the players had an opinion on it either, and they were going with it, and both have both are looking up cards, I think, on their computer by what I've been seeing. So
Yeah, I like with
they
things
were
like
okay
that,
with it.
with these new rulings, because it's a completely new skill. No one knows what it does when it or knows exactly how it works. So you're definitely not going to be able to tell. It looks like they're scooping here, maybe. Yeah, looks like Jiren has scooped and Soul Striker has taken it out. So yeah, with these new ones,
I had
I
faith
always
in
like.
Jiren, Sam.
I'm lucky to be able to be in that judge group. I can go in and ask questions or have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have. I think it wouldn't matter too much anyway. Will like.
I'm really usually just in the judge group for the popcorn when people ask crazy questions that you think, wow, you're in the judge group and you ask that.
Yeah, sometimes there's some crazy things. Do I have to pay for Toa? New ruler or whatever it is. Toa. What's that card? Toa the counterplay. Do I have to pay
Yeah.
energy?
Like, why are you playing that anyway?
uh, anyway, it's a learning process.
Lots of fun.
But yeah, I didn't know that ruling. The reason I know it is because I looked it up because someone asked me. I think Shay probably asked me or Dylan asked me. So I had to look it up in the judge group and saw that Gary was asking. Good old Gary. And that's the last game for the night, guys. Thanks for watching. Simon and I are tired. I think we're going to go to bed.
Yeah.
And
Had a good time though, Sam.
yeah, it was really fun. And we'll hopefully be up again soon. I know Genuine Collectables are doing their tournament again next week. Take a look at the link in the description for their Facebook page if you want to join. The player Ryan Aquilina won a bunch of cash today. He goes into the final as well, where you can win a bunch more cash and a bunch of other things, as well as some cool collectibles, which is awesome. Take a look at that in the link in the description. And again, if you want to come and join the Cybermen tournaments, we have weekly tournaments as well in our Discord, which I will share in the chat in 1 second. Come and say hi. Our tournament this week is full, but we put up the new registration after every tournament, so you can come and chat to us there. And it's a lot of fun. Simon and I play, Shay plays, Dylan plays as well.
It's usually not too sweaty. A bit of fun.
Exactly. A lot of fun. But there's sometimes a sweaty person or two, you know. You never know.
Get the towel out. Wipe yourself off.
But we're going to sign off after I send this, guys. So join our Discord.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are.